I want to welcome everyone to Treasure on the Rocks. This is a Dragonbane one-shot. However, this is technically the first part in a series of adventures it's kind of West Marches style. So adventure number 2 is related to this one, kind of builds off of this one, but you don't need to have played the first one to play the second one, and so on and so on. So those that want to make it, I'm not interested in this one, but maybe next time. We may have different players kind of subbing in and out, but it's something I wanted to try. If you just enjoy this one and don't want to do the rest, no problem. I'm sure we can find people to play. But I think it's kind of a clever idea for to get some one shots that kind of fit together in a sort of mini campaign. This adventure, I was at a convention about 2 months ago, and the author of some books was there. His name is Douglas Sun, and his studio, I think it's Ramen Sandwich Studios. He produced a bunch of little blue books, and he had a series for Pathfinder and a series for D&D 5th edition. And they are essentially side quests, little adventures you can throw into a campaign just for a change of pace or something. And they were only like $8, so I bought a couple of them, and I read through them that night and absolutely loved them. And went back the next morning and said, I got to buy everything else you got. So I bought the whole set. I bought the 5th edition ones. And I told him I'm not going to run this in 5th edition. I'm going to convert this to Dragonbane. And he'd never heard of Dragonbane. So I'm excited to tell him how this goes. It's super easy, by the way, to convert stuff to Dragonbane. You just, switch the numbers around. And Dragonbane is purposely unbalanced. And so you don't have to worry about making it balanced just because it's old school. That's the way things were back then. We didn't worry about making things fair or things like that. But we do want it to be fun, so we'll do our best to make it fun. The adventure will start as you meet this person right here. Valeria Flan sits you down on either side of a long table with herself at the head. She is a lean, hard-faced woman who conveys a strong sense that she knows what she wants and that she is not inclined to waste time in getting it. She looks over each and every one of you, clears her throat and says, I have a job for some adventurers who don't mind getting their feet wet. A ship carrying my cargo inbound from Saltholm ran aground not far from port. It sounds like a storm blew up out of nowhere and slammed it broadside against a reef. I need someone, or several people, to find out what can be salvaged and bring it back. Now, you might ask yourself, why do I need you for essentially grunt work or recovery? Well, there's a little more to it. Not all of the crew made it back to port. Apparently the captain, the mate, and some of the sailors were taken away by lizard folk. Seems like they claim the wreck site is in their territory or something. So there may be some sword work involved. If they have anything that belongs to me, I want it back. The job pays 10% of the salvage value of whatever you bring back. 100 gold per head, minimum. If those reptilians have anything worth taking, it's yours, of course. Well, what do you say? And she looks at William Whitewater. What do you say, sir?
Yes, I have a ship myself, and well, it's not cheap, upkeep and whatnot. So this sounds like a good way to make a little money. I think I'm your mallard for it.
Aaron, what about you? She looks at Boots, sizes Boots up. Are you up for this?
Yes, well, I have a reputation to maintain as a brave seafarer, and this sounds like the perfect role, and 10% sounds quite generous.
Well, I do the best that I can, and the minimum will be 100 gold, no matter what you salvage, just for your time and troubles. Now, Makander, you seem to be more than apt for this job, but have you got your sea legs?
I should be ready.
Excellent. And you, Cutter, you're quite small, but I take it you're skilled with a knife?
Hi, lady. Knife, and I'm quite a climber. Need to get out of town for a little bit, stretch my legs, see the world. There's, clear the air here in the town where maybe been a few misunderstandings.
There's
And
no better place than the sea to run from your troubles and find new ones.
I'm not running. Just
Ambulating.
giving space.
Well, the town will still be here when you get back, and hopefully whatever heat might be on you will have cooled. Now, she looks at Fergus. I don't know much of you. Tell me, sir, what can you bring to this operation?
Fergus is kind of like sitting sideways, and he's got his eye on her, but he also has an ear sort of pointing at the rest of the room. And as soon as she calls him out, the other ear you can see visibly shift towards her as well, so that he's, fully paying attention to her. And
awesome.
Says,
Sweet.
I can lend my sword for your effort. The bounty sounds fair.
All right, then.
Any more information you could provide?
She leans forward in her chair and looks closely at you, Fergus. I need you to look for one item in particular, and there's more in it for you all if you return it to me. It should be in a lockbox with my initials on it, VF. It looks like an old lantern, but it's an item of great sentimental value, so I must have it back. I told the captain of this ship of mine to keep it safe. I don't know exactly where he had it stored, but I do know that the old gnome Argosy has a secret compartment built into the forward bulkhead of the cargo hold. So if you don't find it anywhere else, look there. Bring it back to me, and I'll add 1,000 gold to your fee for you to split up as you see fit. You see Valeria Flan's Adam's apple bob a little bit, as if promising to pay out such an amount makes her swallow hard. But her voice doesn't waver. It sounds like a firm promise. Are we agreed?
Must be very important to you.
Sentimental value, I assure you. She has a document in her hands, and she writes on it a bit. She's writing down the terms of this agreement, and she turns and slides it towards you at the table. Please, make your mark. We keep everything above board here. And she slides it over to McCander first, and hands you a pen. Are you literate? Do you know how to sign your name?
We will find out. So give me 1 second. The image is covering up my character sheet. So, let's see, skills. Is there anything here for
languages?
literacy?
There's languages. Give me a
Language.
roll.
It's a fail.
Yeah, you can speak just fine. You could maybe read very rudimentary. Your script would probably be very bold strokes, almost like you're hacking at something with a knife. You don't necessarily have to write, McCander of Half Bay, but you leave a pretty good sized mark, and the ink just blobs all over the signature. And she looks at you like it's no problem at all, sprinkles a little sand on it, and then slides it over to William. Make your mark or sign your name as you see fit.
William, he thinks he knows how to read, but in fact he does not, so he puts a few little marks on there and says, there you are. William Whitewater, at your service.
She turns and looks at it for a moment. It looks like you've just done the little curvy notation of like waves, like maybe some half-assed W or an M or something, and she's seen worse, and she looks at McCander's. Yeah, I've seen worse. And I do know that William is illiterate. That's something that we have established early on, so that is good. She then slides it towards Cutter. Make your mark, little one.
He wipes his chin from a drink and grabs the quill, signs kind of a C with a kind of a dagger.
Ooh, like
coming off
Conan.
the end of it. Yeah,
Nice.
that's it. Hands it back to her.
She looks at it, puts a little sand on it, passes it over to Boots.
Yeah, who does not know how to read or write, but he would absolutely pretend like he does and just confidently scribble on the page.
Or does Boots do a paw print? Like just get ink on his paw and just place the paw print on there.
Okay, that is a much better idea. I love that.
That would be awesome. Does he mind the ink on his paw?
Yeah, he's a messy cat. He doesn't really care.
Yeah, nice. He's black anyway. He won't notice. As long as it's not his feet, because his feet are white, correct?
Yeah, hence the name.
Yeah, perfect. She looks at it, very impressed, and then slides it to Fergus. And she pauses for a moment. Dare I need even ask? Just make your mark if you would, sir. Is Fergus literate?
I would think so. I dip a claw into the ink and then I basically just etch in there FG, and it leaves maybe even a slight tear in the paper, but it's legible.
That's awesome. She takes it back, holds it up, she rolls it, seals it with a wax and a ring on her finger to leave her mark in it, and then she places it in a lockbox behind her. This will be here to be sure that we square up once the deed is done. Now, I understand you have a ship. She looks at William. Is this ship seaworthy?
Well, it's a very fine vessel. It is indeed seaworthy.
What is the name of your vessel? Perhaps I've heard of it.
I named it myself. It's named the William.
The William?
After yours truly, yes.
Well, you look up the word hubris when you learn how to read, William, and tell me what you find there. Where did you come across this ship?
Well, you see, I was floundered on an iceberg in a forsaken sea up north, but, found a little ship in a bottle. Magic, I think, and when I put it in the water, it grew to full size, and I've been sailing on it ever since.
Now, I know some of you have done the Iceberg of Horrors adventure, but I don't think any of the characters here had done it with William. Do you believe William's story? It's pretty far-fetched. It is true, actually, but do you believe him?
That's a good question. Probably not. I don't think Boots really would.
I think Fergus is a bit of a sailor. He's probably heard tall tales and maybe believes this a little bit, but not quite sure if it's the whole truth.
Very well. Let me provide you with a map. And she slides a very crude map towards you. It shows the coastline. At the bottom end, you see Flaxhold, the town that you're in now. And then up to the north, you can see Saltholm. And she says that the old gnome's argosy had traveled from Flaxhold here in the south up to Saltholm. And then on the return journey is when it ran afoul of a reef. And she's got reefs and shipping lanes and everything marked on this map. And there's no reefs near the shipping lane, so you can only surmise it must have been off course. She points out an area a few miles south of Saltholm where she believes that it was... or where the sailors told her that it had been shipwrecked. She tells you it will take you about a 2-day journey by sea if you want to set sail out there. If you want to go over land, it will take you 4 days to make the trek. She rises up from her seat at the table and says, "Gentlemen, time's wasting. I'll be here when you're done. Please hurry." And with that, she gestures towards the door as though that's your cue to leave.
Varys gets up and silently just kind of heads to the door and walks out.
Excellent. William...
Mikanda stands and bows and then heads out.
Ooh, very nice. So she has already taken a bit of a liking to Mikander because he has shown her respect. That you sense that's one thing that she values is respect, and perhaps this is a chance to earn the respect of Valeria Flan. William, are you going to take your ship?
Well, I think it'd be the fastest way. Perhaps once we get close, we can anchor in the deep and take the longboats to the shore.
What are you checking for, Cutter?
I was to see if Cutter noticed the appreciation of Macander's bow, so he will be aware of that and take his hat off, his kind of dirty cap, old cap, and put it on his heart, and then quickly follow after his compatriots.
You definitely noticed that she was appreciative of Macander's gesture, and she nods at you as well as you leave. It's almost like she expected less of William and Boots being, and Fergus for that matter as well, being old salts, used to sailing the seas, and some of the gentlemanly habits tend to die out on the ocean. But she's pleased to see that Macander and Cutter showed some of that charm and grace that is found in civilized ports. William, you find your ship out anchored in the bay, and you've got a few longboats that you can take over to the ship. And as everyone arrives, why don't you describe the William for me, if you would, William?
Oh, she's a magnificent sloop, a very fine vessel. And you'll notice on the very front there's some little, look like scratch marks. And William knows that says William, but no one else would be able to.
Like someone took a hatchet to it.
But
Nice.
he knows that it says William. But it's a very fine vessel. Take us where we need to go.
Excellent.
In fact, there's a little figurehead of a mallard on the front.
Does the figurehead resemble you?
Not William, but just a mallard, I would think.
You make it out to the William, and you probably take your place up by the wheel, and you've got a few willing hands here. You've got Fergus and Boots that would know their way around a ship. You've got Macander that could be called upon to haul tackle or pull on ropes. Cutter would probably be the best to climb up into the crow's nest. William, how do you assign tasks?
Well, those who know their way around the vessel, I'll make sure they have the important jobs with the riggings and raising the sails and whatnot. And as you mentioned, Cutter can be on lookout if he likes. Macander, I'm sure he's got a strong arm. He can help us haul up the anchor as we make sail.
Aye, aye, Captain.
As we do these things, let me have, first of all, William, give me a seamanship roll to see how well you get things underway, get this vessel going.
Right, William pulls out his little ivory pipe carved from the tusk of a walrus, and
Which likewise
puts out a
came
few
from the
puffs.
iceberg of horrors, correct?
Yes, it did indeed, and he will then get us underway.
Oh, and with that pipe, you succeed, giving you the boon on that roll. You get the ship out of the harbor, you get the sails raised. Macander, give me a strength roll as you haul in the anchor and do the menial tasks that you are well suited for.
I'm sorry, did you ask me to do something?
I did,
I
yes.
spaced.
Oh, no problem. Can you... No problem. I'm like, can you... I was just about to say, can you hear me? Do a strength roll, please, as you're doing the various strength-related tasks. And at the same time, Cutter, give me an agility roll as you scale up to the crow's nest. Excellent.
Agility or acrobatics?
Sorry, acrobatics. Thank you. Yeah, Macander, you have no problem hauling up the anchor and getting the riggings ready. By the sweat of your brow, you do it. Cutter scampers up to the crow's nest. From up here, you've got the best view of the bay. You can see much further out to sea than you could from the deck, or even from the raised bow or the stern. From up here, you feel like you're a bird up in flight. Boots, give me a seamanship roll as you help William with the running of the vessel. Oh, excellent. Well done. And then Fergus as well. Give me a seamanship roll, as you are likewise assisting with the sails and tightening the lines. Do you want to push that?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
This is essentially to see who William might call first mate on the William
Oh.
for this journey. So
I'm not so concerned about that. I'm like the muscle of this operation.
yeah,
so.
yeah. So you're
Or some of the
definitely
muscle, at
you're
least.
going to be the one. Like if we need to make a boarding action or something, you'll be the one swinging across on a rope. Do you want to push that, or do you?
I probably won't push that.
Perfect.
No.
So, William, you get the sense that Boots knows his way around a ship. He seems very comfortable. He eagerly takes command without needing to be told what to do. Do you bestow upon him the rank of first mate for this voyage?
Yeah, Boots, you'll be the mate. I'll be the captain.
Oh, mighty fine choice, Captain.
So, Fergus and McCander, you will be responsible for maintaining the deck to make sure that there's nothing loose that's rolling around, while the two Mallards while Boots and William are steering the ship. Cutter, give me an awareness roll.
Awareness.
Oh, our first
Oh, no.
demon. So the good news is that now you will get an improvement roll at the end of the session if you survive. The bad news is you got a demon on your awareness, and you failed to notice something. Let me roll a die and see.
Yeah, I think he kind of got up in the crow's nest, and when no one was watching, just decided he was going to take a little nap.
Yeah, it's warm up there. Oh, excellent. Okay, number one. So as you're not paying attention, there is a smaller vessel in front of you. It's a small single-masted vessel that someone has taken out for a day's sailing, just to enjoy themselves. And the William, there's a near miss. In fact, it's going to take a seamanship roll from either if William's behind the wheel, from William or from Boots to avoid crashing into this smaller vessel. Who wants to make that roll?
William's got a 12 for seamanship.
Yeah, from a meta standpoint, you should probably do it. I think historically, the captain didn't actually drive the ship.
Right, yeah,
but,
he would just command everyone.
But yeah, I've got a 10, so...
If Boots wants to try, perhaps William can aid him,
Yep, you could give him a boon.
directions.
As you scream out, hard to port, hard to port. Oh, okay.
Oh, beautiful advice, Captain.
Take the dragon.
Good sailing, too.
So you heave to port, and you narrowly clip the trailing end of this little sailing vessel, and it nearly founders. You look down more to check the damage to your own ship, and you see none, maybe scraped off a few barnacles, but the smaller vessel has taken on some water, and they're raising their fist and shaking it at you as your ship continues on. And Cutter kind of wakes up and looks around, oh, whoops, and then looks down at the captain, and William, do you have any words for Cutter?
I'll say, hey, Cutter, come down here a moment, and I will give to him my little spyglass that I... no, we haven't come to that yet. I'll give him my spyglass that I carry with me, and say, when you're up there, use this.
Excellent.
Oh, thank you, Captain. Sorry, I was watching the clouds. One of them looked like kind of a sea monster shape. There's no sea monsters in these waters, are there?
Well, I have a story or two to tell, but now is not the time.
Give me a myths and legends roll, William. You can push that if you want. You recall you have indeed encountered a sea monster. In fact, it destroyed the ship you were on, which is how you ended up on the iceberg. But you think maybe now's not the time to tell Cutter about a great beast that rose up and ripped your ship in half. You know that there are lots of different myths of the dangers at sea, and not all of them involve your ship being destroyed. There are things like sirens that can lure sailors to their death. There's sharks and eels and things in the water. There's also the merfolk that swim and lure men into the water. It seems like wherever you go, there's danger, but great adventure, and the solitude at sea is unrivaled. And so you do your best to encourage him rather than put fear into him, and I think you do that wisely. And the sailing...
Indeed.
Oh,
I'll even make sure he gets double ration of grog today.
oh, excellent. In fact,
That's always encourages
that's all
a
you took
sailor.
on was grog. There's no actual food.
We don't need it.
Ships out there doing circles in the bay. We haven't even left Flaxhold yet. The journey will, because of the good seamanship rolls, will essentially pass uneventfully. It takes you about 2 days. If anyone has any conditions or has lost any willpower, I don't think anyone has, you will recover that as you get a good night's rest. That first night especially is splendid. It's very calm. It's nice outside. There's nary a cloud in the sky, and you can see the vast expanse of stars. And you probably tell stories as you're walking the decks about that star up there, that be the eye of a great serpent, and whatever different stories you might have about the stars to explain the wild that you see. But eventually, you come upon, towards the end of the second day, you come upon the Old Gnome Argosy. Now, this ship is... Let me take us to a map. You can see this ship from far off as you are approaching, and it's on a jagged reef off the coast. It's about 300 yards from the coast. Where you are now, with the spyglass, Cutter, you can already see that there are shallow reefs all around this area, and why someone would bring a vessel of this size here, you have no idea. But you don't hesitate to alert William that, to go any further from here would be dangerous. So you've got to cross about 300 meters, 300 yards, probably in a longboat. You could swim. It doesn't look particularly deep. If you anchored here, you could get over to one of the encircling reefs, and it's probably 3 or 4 feet deep is all there. It's almost like a tide pool, but somehow this ship got thrown up into these shallow waters and just got absolutely destroyed. You know that the tide has been going out, and so you suspect that by midnight it will be low tide. May even be the easiest crossing if you want to go on foot, or you can take the longboats, and it doesn't matter what time it might be. However, if it's high tide, you can see already that the Old Gnome Argosy has taken on water, and the lower deck may be completely submerged. If you go at low tide, there's a chance that the lower deck is not fully submerged, and you may be able to do some exploring in there. When do you opt to go ashore? I'll let you guys kind of decide that. Do you want to go at night? Do you want to wait for the morning? Are you going to take the longboats all the way to the ship? Are you going to go to the reef, leave the boat there, and go on foot?
Cutter calls out to drop anchor and conveys some of that, and takes the spyglass back and gives it to the captain. I sure would prefer to rummage around in the day. He's been hearing some stories now about things that happen at the sea, and he's a little nervous about going at nighttime.
Well, it might be best if we were to do an initial expedition during the day, and if it seems that it'd take more time, we could always rest the night and head back the next morning.
Well, you're the captain. You direct the crew. What does the captain decide?
What does the first mate think? What do you think, Boots?
Oh, a great question, Captain. I would concur with you. This ship is a beauty. I would not want to see it harmed needlessly if we can scout out and such.
Well, what about our two scallywags fighters here? What do they think? What's your assessment of this here scoundred vessel?
I say we drop anchor and we go across and check out the other vessels to see what, if anything, still remains on it.
Burgess nods in approval. He's actually already standing by the ropes to let
Nice.
down the longboat.
He's
Well,
been
let's
itching
head
for a
out.
fight all this time. As you anchor the William just outside the reef, the water is relatively calm and easy. You're not too worried about it colliding with the reef, but you do drop a fore and aft anchor just to make sure it's not going to swing around and hit the reef. You get the longboat lowered, and the rowing is going to be easy because it's so calm. Who is doing the rowing on this longboat? And this would be a strength roll.
Yeah, I would imagine I'd be one of the
Makander
people.
will. Makander would volunteer to help.
So if Makander, if Fergus, if you want to row, Makander can give you a boon, or vice versa. Or if we just want, or the other way, Makander can roll with the boon. I'll let you guys decide.
Is
how
it
you
a
wanna do
strength?
It would be
Is it a strength check?
Yep.
Makander, are you pretty strong? I'm assuming.
16.
Yeah, I'll give him a boon on it.
Perfect. So Makander, give me a strength check with a boon.
With a boon.
Oh, good boon.
Thank goodness. So, yeah.
That would have been rough.
Yep. You would have just thrown the oars into the water and been done with it. You managed to row across to the old gnome Argosy. And one look at the old gnome Argosy, and it's plain to see that there's no way to refloat this ship. The port side below the waterline has caved in from the force of the hull striking the reef. The mainmast has snapped, and the mainsail lies in tatters upon the reef. As you examine the wreck, you see that there is no way to enter the cargo hold through the gash in the hull. You'll have to go to the top deck and go through the various levels of the ship. However, the gangway has been run out, and the bottom rung barely touches the reef. As you climb onto the quarterdeck, you find that you have to steady yourself to adjust to the angle at which the ship is listing. It's an odd sensation. You also find that on your right is a door flanked by ladders leading up to the forecastle, the front of the ship. And to your left is a door flanked by ladders leading up to the poop deck, the aft or the rear of the ship. There are open hatchways beckoning to you between the mainmast and the aft deck, and there is a... I'm going to kind of ping here. So there is a door here. This is the poop deck. There's a door here. Traditionally, that's the captain's quarters. There is a door. This map doesn't show it great, but there's going to be a front area, kind of like the back one, but there's going to be a door leading to the front. There's also these little doors down here that lead down into the lower decks. Let me put some tokens on here. So this is where you would come aboard. It is right over here.
As we're rowing over, Cutter remembers the Valeria. Is that her name?
Yep, Valeria Flan.
Oh, yeah. Valeria Flan. Miss Flan saying that there was a secret compartment in the bulwark, and he's like, you sailors, remind me, what's a bulwark?
They all look at each other like, I don't know. William, do you take that question, or do you defer to your first mate?
I believe a bulwark is it's just the extension on the side of the ship, is it not?
No, it would be more like not necessarily the side, but it's maybe a compartment built into the hull. So it would not be like a room in the middle of the ship. It would be either along the sides or the front or the back. And I think she said it was towards the bow of the ship. So there's probably like a closet or something. It's kind of reinforced, built into the ship.
Well, I wouldn't know. That's a new term before I learned my marinering.
Yeah, you called it something else. You called it the ship box or something. Ship
Yeah,
locker.
there was the something else.
Now it is dark. It's still quiet and still calm, but definitely dark here. Do you want to check out the door here to the aft, the door to the bow, or you've got these cargo doors down here?
We probably want to check out the bow, right? Because that's where we think the most priceless treasure is.
Yeah, you're looking for that lantern.
Yeah.
So the bow. Let me take you to the bow. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull some tokens out here. The door is locked to the bow, but it looks like it's not a not like a metal lock, something that can be picked. It's barred from the inside, as though someone has put a piece of wood to bar the door from opening. It could probably be forced relatively easily if someone wants to do that.
Makander, shall we give it a go?
Mechanic,
Very well.
that will be a strength roll.
All right. Is it just a plain roll, or is it with a boon since I'm working with someone?
I would say this would be with a boon. You've got someone kind of showing you, hit the door right here. Maybe Cutter can identify where the locking mechanism is. Perfect. It bursts open, and you find yourselves in the ship's galley. Now, let me describe what you see. This large room has a stove attached to the left bulkhead and a mess table with 10 chairs in the middle. There are also several cabinets attached to the left bulkhead about 5 feet above the floor. Some prepared and then hastily abandoned food lies strewn about. The exposure to the moist, salty air has ruined it, but it is still good enough for the 6 lizard folk who are greedily devouring all that they can find. As they see you burst in, I'm just going to drag us into initiative. Not necessarily a combat right away, but I know where this is probably going. So to draw your initiative card, you can go to, it's the 2 crossed swords on the upper right toolbar, and next to your name you will see a hand of cards. Just click on that, and that will draw a card for you. You see where to do that, Makander?
I did. I hit it, but I guess it didn't register it, so let me try again.
Yeah, try it one more time.
There we go.
There we go. Perfect. All right. So the first in the door is Makander. What do you say when you burst in and see this?
Well, Captain, we fought. Sorry, my brain had it, and give me a second.
No problem.
Well, Captain, I found evidence of the lizard folk.
Yes, you did. Not just evidence, but the actual lizard folk themselves. Now, lizard folk, this guy, so you can probably see the guy, I think he's got like a little yellow ring kind of going around him. He goes first, and he is going to turn and see you all enter, and he will, he's got in his hand, he's got a little short spear. And he was spearing some of the food and sniffing it. He turns, and he's going to lunge forward and jab at one of you. So I'm going to roll to see who he attacks. So we'll do William is 1, Boots is 2, Fergus is 3, Cutter is 4, and Makander is 5. So I'll roll a 5-sided die. We'll make this fair. And it's going to be Makander. That would make sense. Can he get there? 1, 2, 3, 4. He can get there. Yep. So he can move 5 squares, and so diagonal counts as 1, so that's 5 squares. He will attack Makander. Let me make this roll. So Makander, you have a choice here. You can choose to either take the hit, or you can evade or try to parry. We can see if it's going to be effective here first before you have to make that choice. It is going to be effective, so that's going to be a success. Do you want to try to parry that or evade? Doing so will cost you your turn for this first round. Or you can just let him hit you and hope you can absorb the damage.
I'm going to let them hit me and try to absorb the damage.
All right, so...
just bracing with my shield.
Ooh, so that was actually a really good hit, so 9 damage. You will block 6 of that. You'll take 3 points of damage. So on your character sheet, You can just click on 3 of the little circles next to your hit points, and it will deduct those. Yeah, just like that. Fergus, you are next.
Since they've clearly initiated, I, McCander, plenty of evidence of lizard folk, and I'll move forward to see if I can just take the guy out that's like right here in the chair.
Perfect.
And stab him in the back here, if he hasn't turned.
Give yourself a boon because he has not turned.
Okay, and then that's I just click on the scimitar weapon, right? And that's the actual action.
So if you want, you can target that token, hover over the lizard folk, and then push T, and it will target him. Perfect. And then just click on the picture of the scimitar on your sheet, and it will do all the math for us.
Okay, so... And you said with a boon?
Yes.
So, boon... And roll.
Hey.
Oh, excellent. Okay. So, for McCander, if you roll a dragon in combat, you can either do double weapon damage, or you can make a free attack against another enemy, or if it's a piercing weapon, which the scimitar is not, you can go through the enemy's armor, and armor won't protect him. In this case, either double weapon damage or a free attack. You could move and attack another one, probably the one down here by cutting.
Yeah, if I'm within 1 step, it's okay if I just move as part of the attack.
So your movement, you have 7 squares of movement, and you've only moved 2, so you still have 5 squares of movement left.
Okay, so Fergus lunged forward basically and stabbed this guy in the back while he had the opportunity, and then sidestepped back down here to attack this guy. And is that a separate attack roll?
It will be, yeah. So on the chat screen, click on the free attack against another enemy, and then it will roll damage for the first guy, and then you'll make a separate attack on that second fellow.
Okay.
Nice.
So 7, and then I'll just... And then I target the next guy, right?
Yes,
or no?
Correct. Now, we saw blood splatter. That I have a special module on Foundry that when they hit half their hit points, we see blood, and so you know that lizard folk is below half.
Okay, then click on scimitar again, right?
Yep, correct. And the longest chain I've had when running games online so far has been 2 dragons in a row, so 3 full attacks. Do you want to push that?
You know what? I will. I'm angry that I just missed this.
There we go.
Okay, and then I'll roll damage on that.
I think that's going to take him out. Let's see.
Yeah, that was my goal. I wanted to free McCander up.
Yep. How do you take out that lizard folk?
Yeah, so I'd lunged forward to stab, and then I came back, sidestepping back with my left foot, and spun around and turned and basically just took the guy's head off, the lizard's head off.
Blood splatters all over poor Cutter. Now you still have a little bit of movement. You moved 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 3 more squares of movement if you want to reposition.
I'll probably sidestep just to protect the captain.
Now, one thing, so normally, just kind of as a rule, since you moved away from that first person to make your second attack, you would have to make an evade roll if you're moving away from him. But he had his back to you, so I'm not going to have you make that evade roll.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. So right there.
Yep.
Excellent. This guy here, he pulls out a sling, and he's going to fire a sling stone. I'm going to roll 1 through 5, and we'll use the same order as before. It's going to be... Oh, McCander, again. So this is the best
I'm doing a great
outcome.
job at tanking.
Right.
Seriously.
This is why we brought you. So, perfect. He will sling you. And that, I think, is a miss. Let's see. Yep. Perfect. So, William, you are up next.
Aye, by Neptune's beard. And William
off
will
my
step
shield.
up, and he will throw his harpoon with all his might at this lizard folk. Ah, but not enough. He's disheartened.
There you go. Roll damage.
There we go. Strike true for 9 points.
I think you skewered him. How do you take that guy out?
Yeah, so in William's mind, he's not in the innards of a ship. He's on a longboat, spearing a whale with his harpoon, and he strikes true and heaves to.
Nice. You've still got 5 squares of movement if you want to take movement.
I think I'll stay here.
Okay. This guy comes out of his chair, leaps up on the table, and you see dishes go flying. He's going to leap off with his spear. He's going to go towards Fergus after seeing you behead his friend. He leaps down and will attack Fergus. And that is a hit. Now, Fergus, you have already used your action, so you can't dodge or evade unless you had like fast footwork or something, which I don't believe you do. So only 3 damage. And do you have leather
I have
armor?
leather.
Perfect.
I have
you
leather,
so you
so
take 2
it's
points.
2.
Yep, 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Perfect. And then this next lizard person right there is going to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. He can get to William. He's going to run around. Chairs go clattering and flying as he moves down towards William. He thinks that you're unarmed now that you've thrown your harpoon. And that is a success. And William, you've acted, so you cannot parry or evade. You're hit for 10. Do you have armor, William?
No, I don't need it. I've got tough skin.
You might want some at some point, but very well.
It was a glancing blow. I've had worse.
Cutter, your turn.
Cutter will kind of sidestep some of this blood, stepping through, and target this one that hasn't come up.
Perfect.
And he'll sling his sling. And he'll roll some damage. Doing 7.
Nice. He should splatter. Let's see. He does.
Okay. He'll
You-
keep kind of moving
Yeah,
to
you
the
got-
side here, I think.
You have 3 squares of movement left.
Kind of edging around the edge of the room, holding against some bulwark.
Perfect.
And that'll be... did you... in my turn
Yep.
there. I don't know if I clicked it. Okay, cool.
I got it, yeah. Boots, you're up.
Alrighty. Boots is going to bravely go into the corner.
Go outside to the longboat, sail away, steal the William. I'm the captain now.
Brave Sir Robin.
Well, it hit.
Oh, that might be enough. I think these guys have 10 hit points. Let me see. Yeah, how do you take him out with your crossbow?
So he absolutely was like not trying to do this, but he just aims perfectly, goes right through its eye, and then he's of course cheering right where it went. My aim is true. Well done, Captain. Are you hurt?
And you see William just covered in his own blood.
Yeah, like obviously hurt.
It's a spear sticking out of his guts.
Oh, I've suffered worse. Don't worry.
That's why he's the captain.
This guy's going to pull out a sling. We'll see who he attacks. Oh, William. He is going for William. William, we hardly knew ye. Oh, that's a hit. Shoot. Okay. Oh, 2. So you still have, what, 2 hit points?
I hardly felt it.
You've cut yourself worse shaving. Makander, you can move 4 squares. You've got enough. You can easily get up and attack this guy up here.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking at here. So I move diagonally up, and I'll make my attack.
So then you can target the lizard folk if you hover over their token and push the T key. It should target it perfect. And then on your character sheet, just click on like your battle axe.
Battle axe. Yep. Okay. Roll.
Oh, excellent. This
Perfect.
and then click on roll damage on the chat bar.
Boom.
Is that going to do it? Oh, almost. So he's sitting on 2 hit points. So that's the first round. We go to round. So you have 2 movement left, William. Sorry, or McAnder. Didn't mean to cheat you out of that. Do you want to?
No, I wasn't going to move out of it. I was just going to describe how I attacked.
Oh yeah.
But,
Well, let us know how your first stroke.
So
goes.
I bat the spear to the side and come upwards with the battle axe.
So as you come up, you rip open his belly, and it stuns him momentarily. So in the initiative order, you just drew the first card, so you can immediately attack again if you want to hit this guy again.
Indeed, I shall. Boom, roll again.
Oh, do you want to push that?
Absolutely. I am
No,
absolutely livid.
The one you don't want to take until you absolutely have to is exhausted, because that's going to affect all your attacks. So just a little tip there. There we go. Got him. Roll damage. How do you kill this poor fellow?
As it's stunned, I grab it by its head and take the axe head and just shove it into its face.
Nice.
And then pry it out.
Now you've got 4 squares of movement left. You can move 4 squares, and diagonal counts as 1. So.
Okay, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, I think.
Yep, perfect.
It's hard to make out the squares a little bit, so I just want to make sure. From there, 1, 2, 3, 4, yes.
Cutter, you're up. Sling time. Oh, sweet. I think this is enough, because you've already hit this guy. How do you kill him with your sling? Are you muted, John?
Yeah, I was sorry. The first one kind of dazed him. He hadn't even gotten up from his table, so the second one went
Nice.
right between the eyes there. Knocked him back, and the chair falls back.
Yeah, chair falls backwards. He hits the ground. You have 6 squares of movement left.
I think I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay. This lizard person, the last in the group, he's going to charge at McAnder. Try to stick you in the gut with his short spear. And that is a hit. You've already acted, so you can't parry or evade. But hopefully your armor... Oh my gosh, 11. So you take 5. That would have felled just about anybody else.
2, 3, 4, and 5.
Boots. Can you take this guy out? Aim for the stove and you'll hit this guy.
Roll a demon and hit like 3 of my friends.
Right?
Just go through everybody. I got him! Oh!
I thought that was a dragon.
Yeah, I did too. I was excited. I even cheered, but that's fitting.
You push it?
Yes, I think I will. I'm just choosing what. I make a balanced character, and then I realize how hard it is to choose conditions.
I know, right? Yeah, you don't have any
I'll just do with
throwaways.
what's reasonable. Yeah. He's scared because right now he's having a glorious moment. Oh,
Oh, there we
he
go.
had to prove himself to the captain. Naturally,
Double that weapon damage.
might as well.
how do you take him out with the 16-point damage shot?
Yeah, I like to think he bounded around the table, and then he was like, "Just watch this," and then he took aim. He almost like lost his sights, but boom, right in the heart.
Nice. That is the end of this battle. You've been victorious. Now, William and McAnder, you are wounded, but no one is down and dying. Although it's definitely you've seen better days. What do you do in here now that you've won the room?
I'm gonna start investigating.
All right, and first thing you do, you check the bodies. Nope, there's no spores. Sorry. You find some bandages. This could be useful. Is anyone decent with healing? Want to take some bandages?
My
Already
healing
have
is
some.
6. Is there anybody with higher healing?
Yours is better than mine, actually.
What's the mechanic
I'm a
for
5.
the
So normally, if someone is down and dying, and you want to try to stabilize them, you make a healing roll with a Bane. If you have bandages, then there's no Bane.
Gotcha.
And so,
Okay.
if
But that's only if they're down and dying.
only if they're down
basically,
and
to
dying.
stop that.
Yep.
Okay.
And so now that we've had some injury, let's just go over how to recover. So you can do 2 rests before you have to do a big one. The first rest you can do is a round rest. It takes 1 round if you're in a combat, and you only recover willpower points. And you recover 1d6. Then the second one is a stretch rest, which takes about 10 or 15 minutes, and you recover 1d6 hit points, 1d6 willpower, and remove 1 condition. Then the last one is a shift rest, 6 to 8 hours. Usually it's a night's rest, and you recover everything, all your hit points, all your willpower, all your conditions. So the bandages are really only useful if someone is down and dying. But if you want to, I put them in the chat bar. You can just drag them onto your character sheet, and it should add them there.
I'll throw them on mine if no one else can use them.
You also find
How many? Sorry, how many bandages were there?
There's 10. So
10, okay,
if you drag
gotcha.
it on your sheet, there should be 10 on there.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
You also find in the cabinets, you find 200 silver pieces, and you find. Let me grab this. Find a potion of healing. And I'll put this into the chat as well.
Hey, William, you should take this now.
How does the
The only medicine I need is right here. And William will put a little bottle of grog.
Someone's going to have to hold him down and pour it down his bill.
McAnder, come and help me.
Or just someone slips him into his grog. He'll never know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice. Pin his arms back, hold his mouth open. If William wants to take that healing potion, you'll recover 2d6 hit points.
He will grudgingly accept the healing potion, but he'll make sure to wash it down with a hearty serving of grog.
Go ahead and roll those dice for your healing. 6 points. Excellent. You're not back to full, but that's definitely a step in the right direction. You're at about half. You do not find the lantern in here. You go through all of the cabinets, everything, and all you come up with is the bandages, the silver, and that healing potion.
Are there any other doors or anything? I know we only see like half the
Yep.
walls here. So
Nope, there are not. There's the only one way in, one way out.
perhaps it's in the cargo hold underneath us.
That would be a very most likely correct assumption. Let's go back to the old gnome Argosy here. So you've got the probably the captain's quarters back here, and then you've got the cargo hold down there.
Yeah, I'll make my way over there. Probably just to make sure no one's coming up behind us. I want to clear the captain's quarters if possible.
Perhaps we should check the captain's quarters.
Not sure where my thing went. I put it over here. Oh, there it is. I see it.
Fall into a hole. Let me get...
Can Cutter listen at the door before we go
Yes.
barging in this time?
Give me an awareness roll.
Awareness.
You hear sounds from inside there. It's unmistakable. Someone or something sounds like it's rummaging through drawers.
Is the damage on the top of the poop deck and severe enough that could be an entry point to get into that room?
You know what? I love that idea, so I'm going to say yes.
I'll look to the others, and I'll probably, maybe two of us go that way, if that's... Does that make sense?
I'll go with you.
To climb up on top, that's going to be a sneaking roll, just to make sure you can get up there quietly.
Sure. Sneaking.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Cutter.
Yeah, I'll push it.
There we
That's
go.
better.
There we go. So you two are up on top. This door is not locked. There's no... There is actually a lock on the door, but you can see that it is not locked. In fact, the door is only barely shut. You could just gently push it and it would open for those that are down still on the main deck. Fergus, give me a spot hidden roll.
I will go disheartened. Push that roll.
Woohoo! There we go. You find a few boards that have split, and you can peer down into the captain's quarters, and you can see that there are 4 lizard folk rummaging around. The captain's quarters, it looks like a spacious cabin. There's a bed, there's a cabinet, a table, and a few chairs. There's a writing desk and a matching chair that have been slid into a corner, and there's a rolled-up map on the desk resting against the bulkhead. And looks like one of the lizard folk in there has just pulled the captain's locker out from under the bed.
Okay. I gesture to Cutter, and I hold up, I guess, the 4 claws in my hand. Like 4 of them, basically. And then I kind of, if I can see the others, I'll kind of just wave to them and say, let's do it. Yeah. Because can we fit through these boards and just drop down on them?
Cutter could. Cutter is small enough.
Cutter could?
Yep.
Okay.
You'd have to rip up a board for Fergus to get down through there.
Gotcha. You know what? I'll tell Cutter, you drop down, but only after we enter the room. We'll try to draw them towards us, and then you come in behind them and drop down.
Awesome.
I could also just try to do it quiet-like, so no one hears me.
Perfect. And then I'll head back.
Perfect.
And let the others know what we're gonna do.
Let me take us to the captain's quarters. Who's first through the door?
Where's McAnder? Oh, there he is.
McAnder.
You just use him in battering ram fashion. Hold it. Each of you take a wing and a webbed foot and just smash the door in. As you burst into the room, you can see these 4 lizard folk kind of scattered about. And I shouldn't say burst. You didn't have to burst in. You can just gently open the door. This door does not squeak. This is well oiled. This is the captain's chamber. Everything in here is relatively nice. You get in, and they have not noticed you. They're looking at whatever treasures they've pulled out of the drawers in here.
Yeah, I'd like to make a run at one of them, if this is like a surprise round.
Yep. So the way that surprise will work is you all get to act first. So don't draw your initiative cards. I'm going to draw them for you.
Okay.
Okay.
So let me grab that. There's that. Let's see. I'm going to give you guys the first couple here. Sorry, it just takes a second. 3. Okay, then let me draw for them. Okay, well, then I give Cutter card. Okay, let me swap this with the Cutter. Okay, there we go. Fergus, you're up first.
I'll probably run to the one that's closest to me over here on
Okay.
the right, and yeah, I'll just attack him.
Perfect.
And it'll
You
be
actually, do you leap up on the chair, and as the chair topples over on the back, you use that momentum to drive your blade in even deeper?
Sounds perfect to me.
Awesome.
Let me target him.
If I did that in real life, I would like slip and fall on my ass, but it sounds awesome. So
I don't know if you ever saw the Janet Jackson video.
I did, yeah.
Pleasure Principle.
Uh-huh. Ooh, nice. So they cannot parry or evade if they're surprised. Not quite a... Oh, actually, that is enough to take it out. Let's see. How do you kill that lizard folk?
Yeah, just like you said, I think the chair leaned forward as I kind of toppled it and pinned it against the that crate that's in front of him, and I
Awesome.
just stabbed him right in the jaw.
Sweet. Boots.
Boots does a completely unnecessary little tuck and roll behind this little.
Yes.
Ninja-like.
Yeah, and then he's going to use it to, like, set his crossbow down on it.
So
again,
I would
all-
say if they're making a ranged attack against you, I'll give them a Bane. Because that's
beautiful.
excellent cover there. I think you guys may take them out before they get a chance. Ooh,
No.
never mind. I take it back. Do you push
And
that?
just-
You're tempting me. You know what? I will.
What was that, Shaj?
Does Cutter just come in whenever he feels like
Yeah,
it?
so
or how's
Cutter has turn number 4, and so in fact
okay.
I'll make Cutter visible here. I'm gonna put Cutter up here on the shelf, but that way we can see Cutter.
Oh, that's why you don't do the tuck and roll.
Dang. Well, it was a valiant effort. Just maybe you let go of your crossbow and you come up empty-handed as your crossbow skitters across the floor. But you'll get a chance to improve that now, so that's good. Mr. McAnder, so you can move 4 squares, which is enough to get you up to attack 1, 2, 3, any of them. You can attack either of those 2 up there.
Yep. And I'll create an opening right there, and I'll attack.
Perfect.
That one's a target, and then double click on my character sheet.
A
I
dragon
hope
you
would
crit.
be fantastic. Yeah.
I hope you crit. Yeah.
Like you're in the perfect position. Come on. Oh, it's a hit. We'll take it.
You go.
Oh, that's okay. How do you kill this guy?
In the classic log splitting fashion, I bring it up overhead, sliding my hands down the shaft so that both the hands are at the bottom and it comes straight down, splitting in two.
I just got back from Alaska and saw a lumberjack show where they were like cutting
Yep.
logs and stuff. Like, I exactly know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we had we did an axe throwing contest. My brother won the contest, and he won a calendar of lumberjacks. I'm like, that's totally not gay, there, brother. But his wife's like, I'm keeping
Calendar of
that. So
lumberjacks. That's great.
yeah, his wife's like, I'm all over that. So hand it here. But yeah, he's like, what am I going to do with a calendar of lumberjacks? And she just yoinked it out of his hands. So I digress. Cutter, your turn.
Yeah.
And they don't see him, right?
They don't see
He's
him, yep.
Totally. Yep.
So this
I'm
would be
going
a
to-
sneak attack if you want to use your.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna kind of hop down. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, come on. Hop down and use 3 willpower here for my backstabbing ability.
Sweet.
And yeah, I think take 1, 2, 3, and do a dagger.
And then it should ask if it's a. If it doesn't ask if it's a backstab, add a boon plus add 1d8 damage where it has additional damage.
Okay. I don't see that. So 1d. Can I type in 1d8?
Yeah, yep, type in 1d8.
And then add a boon. Okay, got it.
Take notice
Oh.
for the boon.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll
Roll
damage.
damage.
Ooh,
That'll do it.
Okay. How do you take this guy out?
Yeah, I think it's a flying leap with two-handed dagger jabbed down through the top of the head.
He was probably about to strike McAnder, and Cutter got him right there.
You guys are making
Yeah.
quick work of these lizard folk. William, you've got your harpoon back.
William will leap up on this little desk here, and
You're basically
He's,
teabagging Boots, but Boots is still looking for his crossbow, so it's okay.
seeing that a little bit of blood is splattered on the carpet I was planning to put in my captain's quarter, I get a little angry
Ooh,
as I prepare to throw this harpoon at this lizard folk.
nice. So that will give you a boon on the roll.
Indeed.
Oh, take
Nice.
the dragon.
Nice.
Okay, how do you kill that last lizard person?
Yes, from across the room, I hurl my harpoon, and it skewers him right through the heart.
Wow, you guys mowed
fact,
these
it's,
ones over.
Yes, it goes in so far that it sticks him to the wall.
Well done. You've won the room. What now?
I'll turn around and well, that was fast.
Yeah.
I'll do a spot hidden and see if I can find anything. Ugh,
No. Cutter, do you
failed.
want
I do not
Yeah.
push.
give a little search here?
Sure, yeah.
No, William couldn't do it either.
Spot hidden.
William's just looking at those blood stains on the cart. Here, William, let me help you out here. There you go.
Oh, it had a dragon, but no.
Oh.
I'm not gonna push it, but I will go over to the one that I spied on getting the chest. You said, right?
Perfect. Yep, that you don't
Yeah,
need
that
to
should
make a
already be
spot
out.
hidden for. That the captain's locker has a pouch filled with gold. There's 100 gold pieces, as well as another potion of healing. Let me add the stuff up here. 100 GP. And if you guys
He'll,
want to either keep a tally of how much loot you found, or you can divide it 5 ways now. I'll let you guys decide.
I'm keeping a log of the stuff we're collecting.
Of course you
so.
are. You kept like the perfect ledger when we did Creeping Darkness. It was amazing. I still look at that like, this is like the greatest bookkeeping ever. So it was so useful.
And William, you're still down, but I know McCander's also down. So one of you guys need to take that healing potion.
So
now,
yeah,
I think.
McCander and William are both at half. McCander's probably more likely to be taking abuse.
Yeah, I would say that's probably the best place for it.
Cutter will toss it over to him.
So McCander, if you want to drink this potion, you will heal 2d6 hit points. There's a few ways you can roll 2d6. Over on the chat bar at the bottom, you're going to see pictures of dice. You can click on the 2 square ones and then click roll, and it will roll it. Or you can type, what is it, / R 2d6. Yeah. Just don't put in type, just do the / R. Oh, nice. I think that puts you back at max. So you can then, I think it's the right click on those little circles on your, on your hit points. There you go. And put those all back.
Perfect.
Cutter will try to pull out the trident from the wall. See.
And then I wipe my bill.
Gives it back to the captain here.
Now the
There you go, Captain.
the map on the table, you don't need to make a search roll for that. The map is still dry and legible. Its scope is large enough to encompass enough of the world that includes both Flaxhold and Saltholm and the sea routes in between. This looks similar to the map that you saw in Valeria Flan's office. There's a line connecting those 2 locations, ending in an arrowhead pointing to Flaxhold. It appears to show a course from one to the other, except that it is not the shortest possible route. It describes a course that requires sailing slightly past and away from Flaxhold on the last leg, then hooking around a small feature that looks like a sandbar or a reef, and then doubling back. So it looks as though they took a different path than they would normally take. Whose idea that was, you have no idea, but that's likely how they ran aground.
So the map is showing us the route that they did take, not what they should have taken.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
And
So
there's no notes or
fact,
anything indicating why they did that?
Nope.
Okay.
So yeah, you can see the route that they should have taken. It's clearly marked, and then you see the route that they did take, and it's not the same. They went off course for a reason, but you don't know what that reason might be.
The spot hidden roll, that's basically just investigation, right? So
Right,
it's not like we've found everything we can find so
Yeah,
far.
if the lantern was in
tried it.
here, I would have let you find it. I'm not going to say, no, you didn't find it because you didn't roll it. You would have found the lantern if it was in here, but it is not.
Okay, I was always curious if spot hidden means hidden compartments, and then we just still can do searches for
So it's pretty
cupboards and
all-encompassing.
cabinets.
So awareness is just kind of like a perception roll, and spot hidden would be more like getting down and dirty and like searching through pockets, searching through drawers, looking for traps, things like that.
And these lizard folk don't have anything useful on them.
Just their weapons. So they have short spears and they have slings. If anyone wants short spears or slings, you're more than welcome to get those. I'll put some here in the chat, and if you want some, you can. Always welcome to take some. The spears are pretty crude. I mean, as much as spears can be, it's just a stick with a pointy end. But and the slings are just leather with a little cup on it. But if anyone wants to take any of these, you're more than welcome to. You've earned them.
You know, I'll throw a short spear in case I need to ever throw something.
Always good to have some sort of ranged weapon just in case.
Yeah.
Cutter's
They weren't
gonna.
wearing any kind of armor or anything, right?
No.
No, okay.
Is there a
Cutter's
limit
gonna-
to how many things you can equip?
Yeah, so if you go onto your inventory on your character sheet, you will see a max encumbrance, and like for McCander it's 8, and right now you have 2 slots, so you can actually carry quite a bit more. If you have something equipped like armor, it doesn't count against that, or weapons that are at hand, it doesn't count against it. But like that short spear would take 1 spot. You could take a sling, would take 1 spot as well. And then money, I forget what the amount is. I think it's 100 coins takes 1 spot or something like that, or 200 coins takes 1 spot.
Yeah, and you can only have 3 things at hand.
At hand, yep. And so those are things that, like how Boots dropped his crossbow, he could then immediately take one of the other items at hand and use that to attack. Otherwise, to draw a new item out of your inventory would take an action, or to pick up that crossbow would take an action.
Okay, so I picked up one of the short spears.
Okay.
Because I do have spear as a skill.
Yeah. So if you want, you could actually put your short sword away. So on the inventory, uncheck short sword and check short spear. That way you have it at hand. Yeah. And then if you want to throw it, it's right there.
It says range is, I think, 2 times strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so your strength is 16, so 32. So 32 meters or 16 squares.
Okay.
Is this a good place for a short rest,
yeah,
guys?
This is not a bad place for a short rest. If you guys want to take one, a round rest probably isn't going to help anyone. I think only William and Cutter have used any willpower. But if you want to do that stretch rest to recover conditions, willpower, hit points, this would be a good place.
Yeah, I have 2 conditions and a couple of hit points to relieve.
If you want to do that, from the character sheet, below where it says willpower points, you're going to see the rest buttons. The first one looks like a person with like light coming out of them. That's the round rest. The one with the little like first aid little crosses or pluses, that's the stretch rest. And then the other one's like the sleeping in a bed.
And that's the one we're doing right now, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Yep, if you want to do the second one. And then you have to, it will automatically roll your dice and correct your hit points and willpower, but then you need to manually remove the condition.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'll do the rest as well, just to get rid of the angry condition.
yeah, perfect.
Oh, I didn't do anything except for 1 hit point. I wonder why. Oh, and 1 condition. Okay.
Yeah.
And then,
sorry.
Isn't there a way to meditate on during the rest to relieve another thing?
Yeah, so you use your memento, and so in your inventory you'll have your memento. Like for Fergus, it's a bone whistle. So maybe you play a little melancholy tune, or maybe it's a sea shanty, and that will help you to recover an additional condition.
Okay, if that's okay to do that,
Yep.
I'll do that too. Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
If anyone else wants to do that, you're more than welcome to. Just maybe describe for me how you use your memento. If not, we can continue on.
William will take out his memento, a little carved pipe that he only uses for very special occasions. It's his father's pipe, and he knows that what he's doing will make his father, William, very proud.
Excellent.
I'm sitting in the chair and I'm just playing kind of almost like a slow dirge.
Oh, nice.
For all this blood that's in the room.
Before we leave, Boots, Cutter, be some good lads and help me roll up this rug here, eh?
Put it in the longboat.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll go load it in the longboat before we explore the cargo hold.
I'll get up and help roll the carpet up.
It belongs in a ship.
And this rug looks like some sort of map, and it's a section of sea to which you've never been, William. And so now this maybe becomes your life's goal, is to explore this sea that's stitched on this map.
That's cool.
After that, Cutter will roll up the actual map and say our benefactor may wish to see this. I'm sure they were just avoiding sea monsters or something. I don't know.
Absolutely. That would be of great worth to Valeria. Let's head back out to the old gnome Argosy. You can go down and explore the lower levels if you like.
Yeah, is the tide now after this time?
It's
it
probably
low enough?
it's low enough that you think you would be able to get in and explore and still have air versus it being completely submerged. So you're probably okay to go now. You wouldn't want to wait more than 4 or 5 more hours, because then it's gonna be a problem. So if you did like a full rest here, you wouldn't have access to that.
All right. Yeah, I'll lower myself down. Is it too tall? Is it really high? Should I get a rope and a grappling hook to lower ourselves, or is there like a ladder or
There's
something?
plenty of rope here on the ship. There is a rope ladder that is often used, and it's hanging down there. It's kind of at a weird angle because the ship is tilted, but you could easily use that ladder to get down.
All right, I'll head down first to, see if anyone's down there and let the others know to come down.
So climbing down the ladder from the quarterdeck places you on the lower deck, where the extent of the damage to the old gnome's argosy becomes more apparent. At the bottom of the ladder, you find yourself in the middle of a large open space about 2/3 as long as the ship itself. And I've got a map of this. Let me take us here. Grab some tokens. It's kind of a cutaway view here.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need a torch, or is it light enough still, or
It's
what time of day is?
it's nighttime. It's going to be pretty dark. You would likely need a torch. Sorry, let me grab some tokens here. I'll get us some tokens on here.
I will light a torch.
I'm going to put us down here. Oops, let's see. Where are we at? Okay, come on, there we go. Oh, we're kind of piled up here. Let me spread us out a little bit. There we go. So at the bottom of the ladder, you find yourself in the middle of a large open space. Off to one side, towards the bow, the sound of water sloshing about comes up through another open hatch. And just off to the side, towards the stern, is a passage lined on each side with 3 doors. This is probably crew quarters. At your feet, there's a large opening that leads down into the cargo hold. All about you lie crates, some broken open, as well as sodden bags of wet flour and strips of smoked and salted fish that get a good dunking in the briny water with every tide. So you've got 3 places to go from here. Similar to up above, there are rooms just in this section here. You can go to the front of the ship. There's a door. Well, we'll say the map's not perfect. We'll say the door's over here. Or you can go down into the very bottom of the ship.
You said there was 3 doors back here.
Yeah,
right?
so back here, there's a hallway, and there's 3 doors.
Okay, and that side of the ship is higher above the water, right?
Yes, yep. So if you go down this big hole in the center, that's where at high tide it would be fully submerged. Even now, there's a little bit of water you can see just kind of down here on the side that's sort of listed towards the reef.
Right.
So you could check out it's probably crew quarters back here. You have no idea what's at the bow of the ship, or you can go down into the cargo hold.
Yeah, I'll look down there, but I think that's probably dangerous. I think the water's going to be a problem for all of us.
If you want to look down, you can see that there's cold, miserable seawater all through here. The cargo hold is entirely flooded. It's not all the way to the top. If it were high tide, it would be completely flooded. As it is, it's probably 3 to 4 feet of water. The hold is going to be the most spacious part of the ship. It uses all of the space below the water line, and that's where all of the crates and goods bound for faraway ports would be set, leaned against the bulkheads, leaving only a narrow aisle down the middle of the hold. And you can see now that the containers are all askew, jostled, toppled, or smashed by the force of the rudder.
So the water is 3 to 4 feet high in the cargo
there.
hold?
So yeah, when you go down into that cargo hold, it's going to be up to your waist. If you're cutter, it's going to be up to your shoulders.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps you could lower me down and tie a rope to me. I'm a strong swimmer, and no good captain's afraid to get a little wet.
I look at William, and I'm kind of wondering if he's telling the truth about being a strong swimmer.
You've heard some of his stories before.
Well, he thinks he's a strong swimmer. He does actually have a 14 in swimming.
I will though follow my captain's orders, and I'll lower a rope down and attach it, affix it in some way so that he can get down it.
William,
And I'll point to the rope.
you are immediately, your legs are engulfed with this cold, miserable seawater. And you see that there are goods just floating in here. Crates that are floating, some that are smashed open, their once valuable contents immersed in this corrosive brine. You see containers with silk, spices, rare fruits, other delicacies, native to all of the lands that are tributary to Saltholm, just scattered about and smashed. There's very little of value in here that can be salvaged. However, you can give me a spot hidden roll.
Well,
While he's doing that, I'd like to yell out to McCander or Cutter, find a couple of crates and then maybe tie ropes to them so that we can lower them down. And maybe if he finds anything of value, we can throw it in there and bring it back up.
No problem finding crates. You just have to dump out the contents, and you could absolutely do that. Yes, William?
would I be able to use my sea legs ability to help me search?
Yes. Because you're spending less time worried about
Your
the
footing,
rocking ship
right.
and your footing,
Yeah.
yeah.
Excellent.
Nice. And so this, you're safe from all the negative effects of being in water for one round, including drowning, and in this case, including cold. So, with the success, you find something strange about the bulkhead sealing off the bow. There's a panel at the base of the bulkhead, and pushing on it knocks it back, revealing a small compartment. And this secret compartment contains an iron chest with the initials VF emblazoned on it in gold leaf. A thick chain binds the chest, held in place by a large lock. However, the chain is not wrapped so tightly that it couldn't be easily opened for a glimpse of some of the contents.
William is going to read those initials, and he's going to scratch his head and think, WW must be for me.
So this is actually okay. I'll explain why this is awesome here in a second. Okay, So you see VF in there, or what you imagine to be VF written on there, and it looks like you could pop this open and see what's inside.
Well, I will take a look.
If you just kind of pry open the chest ever so slightly, you see a strange looking lantern. It looks like an ordinary brass lantern, large enough to hold a candle, but it looks to be light enough to be held in one hand. The age of this thing and the origin is obscure to you, but it looks like this could be quite old. There's an unlit candle inside the lantern, and it's very small and slightly burned down. The wick is blackened. It looks like a decorative piece.
Captain, are you okay down there?
Yes, there seems to be a fancy box here in the ship box. Whatever that bulwark jargon was.
We'll lower down some crates. Put anything you find in there. If you need help, let us know, and one of us will come down and help you.
Well, there's a big chain on this box, isn't there?
There is. Big, heavy chain.
Like attaching it to the ship?
No, just wrapped around the box.
Oh, okay.
Well, could I slip the box out so I could haul it up?
Not without undoing the lock. But you can pull the whole thing out. The chain, it's not binding it to the ship. It's just keeping the chest locked so no one can get in there.
Well, I'll haul the chest over and place it on one of the crates so that it can be hauled up.
McCander, do you have the crate?
McCander pries open one of the nearby crates.
Yeah, there's maybe some spoiled fruit and vegetables that would have been fine, but they've been soaked in brine for the better part of a few days. and you could just dump those out.
Yep, dump those out and bring one of the boxes back over.
Yeah, and we'll fix the rope and then lower it down.
I'm going to put a couple items into the chat. Now, you did find the lantern, but you can't access it unless you open the chest. But I'm just going to put it there so I can keep track that you found it. William, you also find a spool of silk. Now, much of the cloth items in here have been ruined by the seawater, but you managed to find one that looks to be dry and in very good condition, and you know that this could fetch a very high price. Probably upwards of 500 gold if sold on the open market.
But we have a job to do. This will have to go back to the lady who hired us. Though I can't remember her name.
Valeria Flan.
Hey, that was it.
Her initials were just staring you in the face, but you didn't know it.
Oh, yes, those are my initials. WW there on the box.
But you do manage to salvage this spool of silk, which she will most likely be very grateful for. And it seems...
Is that everything, Captain? Should we pull it up?
That's all. That's all that you find of any value or that's not damaged down here.
Then I will call up. Aye, that's all that can be salvaged.
I'll start pulling it up.
Now, William, give me an awareness roll. As this is happening, as you're loading the box, you're watching it go up. You're in, waist-deep water, and there's a huge gash in the side of the ship where all this water has come in. And your sailor senses begin to go on alert, and you realize you're not alone in here. And you sense, rather than see, a dark shape lurking in the water, having just come in through that huge gash in the side wall there.
Well, do I suspect what it might be in these waters, especially in the shallows?
Yes. Give me a beast lore roll.
Can't make out enough of it. I don't know.
You don't
quite
know
what it is.
species it is, but the fin is telltale. It's a shark, and it's a big shark. It's about 8 feet long.
I've faced worse. Let him come.
Am I able to see this while I'm pulling up this crate at all?
You
or-
see him turn, and he's looking at something. Let me pull this tiger shark. I'm going to put it right down here. And let me I'll grab all of us in here, because this may involve all of us. And if you all want to draw initiative. And yes,
Aye,
that's
Captain.
a picture of a great white, but pretend it's a tiger shark.
Think we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Fergus, you're up first. You see, as this is being hauled up, you look down and you see William's agitated, and then you see the fin. And it's darting, getting ever closer towards William in this shallow water.
So I still have one hand on the thing I was pulling up.
You do,
right?
yeah.
I didn't pull it up yet. Okay.
Nope.
Is it like halfway up in the air,
Yep,
or
it's
like
about
what?
halfway up.
All right. So I let go of one hand. I still have the other hand on it.
Yep.
But I grabbed that short spear that I picked up earlier.
Nice.
And I basically just like aim and fire. I am not good at spears, but I'm gonna go for it.
Awesome. Go for it.
That's handy. Yeah. And go here and I gotta target it, right? Okay. Hopefully it says obscured by token.
Yeah, so it's one of the new updates in Foundry. If it'll let you take that off, take it off. So if someone is in the way of a shot, you should have a Bane on a ranged attack roll, and so it's probably showing that William is in the way.
Okay, I got it.
So you can
that makes sense.
you can take that off because William's not in the way. You've got a clear shot, but just as it's laid out on the map.
All right. Hopefully we get lucky here. Nope.
Do you push it? And the astute of you may have noticed that the tiger shark has 2 initiative cards. This is a monster, so For Makander, monsters in Dragonbane are a little tougher. They automatically hit in combat. They don't have to roll, they just do it. And your job is to not get killed by them. And they can be very, very difficult foes. So William he's in over his head right now.
I'll take another crack at it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take another crack at it. Of the roll at least. Come on. Oh, got it!
Nice, nice.
Nice.
Roll damage.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
Ooh. This might bloody it.
Captain, climb!
The shark goes next. There's only one person that can attack, and that's William. So the monsters in Dragonbane have a random attack table, so I'm going to roll a random attack. Crushing charge. With full force, the shark charges at the player character with the highest strength within 10 meters. That's William. You will suffer 2d6 bludgeoning damage and be knocked down. Now, you have not acted yet, William. You can use your action to try to evade this, but then you're screwed because then you can't get up this round, and the shark has another turn if they can't kill it by that time. What do you do?
Let him hit me. Let him come.
All right, William, you take 9 points of damage, and you will be knocked prone in the water. So you are under the water at present. Let me make you prone. So you're down to just a few hit points, and you see William just get rammed by this shark. He manages to dodge to the side so he doesn't land up or end up in the mouth, but this thing just bowled him right over. Cutter, your turn.
Cutter! The captain's in trouble.
I'm going to move the shark up here. Nice. That's a hit. Roll damage. Ooh. You guys might take out this shark before it eats William. William, you are prone. I'm going to assume you want to stand up.
Yes, I do.
Okay, you've got an action. You can attack this thing, or you can jump up, grab that chest, and try and get hauled out of here.
Well, a sensible Mallard would climb out of here, but
All right,
that I'm
roll
not.
attack then.
Well, first I'll use my sea legs, get my bearing.
And if there's ever a time to use a harpoon, this would be it.
Yes, and then I'm a little angry that it grazed me so.
The 6 will work. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh,
mighty
that
blow.
might be just enough. Let's see. It might be one less than you need.
Oh,
No.
Oh, God.
All right. How do you take out the tiger shark?
Right, well, a shark has black eyes, lifeless eyes, like a doll's eyes. As I strike him, you see him roll over white, and he goes belly up as I strike my harpoon through his back.
Well done, Captain. Take a trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
What do you take?
I'll take some of the teeth, maybe the dorsal fin on its back.
oh.
You get your knife out, just start carving out trophies. You're throwing them into the crate. There's a lot of blood in the water, and you know where there's one shark, there's likely more. And after a moment, you're like, I think maybe I have enough trophy. You don't want to make it look like you're trying to hurry and get out of there, but you're quick stepping, getting these trophies. And you
So I've
manage.
finished pulling the crate up,
Yes,
and then
pull
he's
up the
climbing
crate.
up the other rope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Climbs up. William's pretty badly hurt, but he's not down. He's sitting on what, 2 hit points. He's
boy.
he's feeling it.
It'll be all right. I'll walk it off.
But you have the lantern. And this is what you came for. Do you?
I turn to the others. I'm afraid for the captain. I don't think we can stay on the ship much longer. Should we maybe head back?
Hey, well, we got what we came for, yes, and yeah, that shark is not what we want to see. We don't want another one.
Well, I don't want to make us miss out on the loot that could be hidden on board. I can head back to the longboat if the rest of the crew wants to head on, and I can go rest for a while.
I'll make sure that the captain is safe. And I'll go to the longboat with the captain.
Okay, this will be fun. Let me take McCander and William
With the party.
up here. I'm working on a different map here. Let me get people in place. Perfect, and I'm going to put you guys back here. Perfect. Okay, let me take you to the old gnome Argosy. Something has changed. So William and McCander, as you climb up onto the ship, you find that your path is blocked by 3 humans. One wearing a heavy black cloak with a stylized lightning bolt down the back. His hood is pulled up far enough to give him a genuinely sinister cast. 2 men flank him, no less sinister. And I've got a picture of this guy. Right there. They look directly at you. The hooded man flips his hood back with a brusque gesture, revealing a thin face and a pair of dark eyes that glint like obsidian. His gaze falls on the 2 of you. "What have we here?" he sneers. "Heroes. It seems that you have beaten me to my goal. But I suppose I should thank you for taking care of those wretched reptilians for me. Their presence threw an unexpected complication into my plan. Predictably, though, they were too stupid to find the thing of greatest value on this ship. I'm going to hazard a guess that you are not so stupid, and that you have what I seek, something that is desired by a power well beyond you and your pitiful masters. This is a thing that the storm deity has decided cannot exist. Therefore, I suggest that you give to me, servant of Tempest Stormbringer, the locked box with the initials VF upon it. Then leave and forget that you ever came to this place."
I wish I was up there so that I could say, think again. He may actually be that stupid.
You're talking to William.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you where you can get that box. You'll turn around and go straight ahead.
Then the storm take you, and his companions will attack. So let me drag the 2 of you. And so you guys can hear this from up above as you start to explore further down into those the crew quarters in the ship, I believe is what you were doing.
Yeah, so I think obviously if we're hearing something up there, I know I'm definitely heading up immediately.
Oh yeah. Let me grab all of these here. Let's see. Grab us all into initiative. Come on. So it will take Cutter, Fergus, and Boots 1 round to climb up. Go ahead and you can all draw an initiative card.
Should we pull it even though we're on the next round? Or?
Yeah, because this first round, if you want to go up, you'll use that action to get up.
Okay.
All right. So the first would be cultist number 2. Now, McCander, one thing you can do in Dragonbane is you can swap initiative cards with a teammate or even with an enemy. And this cultist number 2 is going to let the servant of the storm deity go first. So he's going to swap initiative with his boss. Perfect. And now this guy will go first. And you see that you see the glint of chainmail beneath his robes, and he pulls out a heavy warhammer. And the first thing he does is step forward and come on, get off of there. You can move 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, he can get to McCander. And he will swing his heavy warhammer at McCander.
Okay. I will try to, I guess, parry. We'll
Okay.
see how this
So,
works.
let's see if he hits first. Oh, ooh, yeah, he hits. Okay, so you can parry. It will cost you your action for the round. You can choose, if you have a shield, is probably the best thing to parry with. So just click on your shield, and then it will ask you, like, is this a parry? And click parry, and then roll. And you just need to get a success. And you did. So now I will roll damage for this heavy warhammer.
Just barely.
If it exceeds the durability... Ooh, okay. So the durability of your shield is 15, and he just did 20 points of damage. So you block the blow, but your shield shatters and breaks. So I just marked it as broken on your character sheet. I checked that box on the far right next to durability.
So when he successfully parries, can't he also move?
Yes. So you can reposition the enemy and yourself 1 square. And you could put
One square?
Yeah, you could put him in a bad spot if you want.
Okay, hold on. I can move him 1 square, and I can move myself 1 square.
Yep, it's like you push him or you direct him another way with your...
Can I grab him and fall back into the hole?
You can fall back, and it will move him to the edge, but you wouldn't be able to grab him. That would be like a grapple. That would be your full action. But that'd be a great idea. Yeah, there's a big hole right next to him in the deck.
Use that hole.
Then can I just push him in the hole?
Yeah, you can. So you reposition him to this hole. He will have a chance to avoid this. He'll make an evade roll to see if
I'll move myself over there to just say "Long live the king" and kick him down.
Nice. So he's going to make an evade roll, and because of his chainmail, he gets a bane on this. If he fails this, he falls down. Oh, he failed. He splashes down below. So now he's down where everyone else is. So I'm going to move him over to here. He's going to take a little bit of damage. So it's about a 3 meter drop. So he's going to take 3d6 damage. And armor has no effect. Acrobatics can reduce this by half. Let me give him an acrobatics roll. He needs to get a 12 or lower, and he has a bane on this.
Would he fall prone?
And he would be prone. So he fails that. So he takes the full 10 damage, and then he will be prone. Oh man, that is a huge hit. And notice he didn't splatter. And he is prone, so this will help everybody else down below.
Yep, we're down there. That's perfect.
So then, McCander, it would be your turn, but you used your action very well indeed. Cultist number 2. So this guy has a short bow and a short sword. And he's going to draw out his bow, and he's going to fire it at McCander. And I'm so glad you went up there with William, or William was just going to get annihilated. Like, that was such a good thing.
I could have taken it.
Well, my thought process was William was just going to try to row themselves back.
Right?
Right? And was probably going to get eaten by more sharks.
I totally forgot that ship was following us.
Yep.
And so, which is perfect because Cutter didn't notice it, so we had no idea it was there.
This guy fires a bow at William and fails. Cutter, your turn. This guy's prone. So if you attack a prone enemy, you get a boon, plus you do an additional 1d6 damage. I'm going to say because he is prone, if you get next to him, I mean, he's right next to Boots. If you want to do your backstab, you can do a backstab.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to get in the action here. So he'll down below, come up and get... Oh, that's the ruler. Hold on. Get back to... this one?
The brackets.
Brackets, yeah. There we go. And he will activate for 3 willpower. is backstab.
And don't forget
do
to
a
add
dagger.
1d. You'll actually add. Oh man, add 1d8 to that, and it should automatically do plus 1d6 because he's prone. So oh man, you could kill him right here, which is huge because this guy is really tough. I mean, he did 20 points of damage with one blow.
So it's 1d8, and I've got 2 boons, like a boon for prone and a boon for backstab?
Yep, and it should automatically add 1d6 because he's prone, but then for additional damage, add 1d8 as well.
All right, here we go.
Well, that's a hit. That's what we need. And he has already acted, so he cannot evade this.
Oh, awesome.
I think we're missing a 1d6. Actually, we're missing a 1d6 and a 1d8.
Oh, okay. I will add a d6. So I've got 2d8 and 1d4 there.
So the 2d8
So
should be from your dagger, and then the 1d4 is your agility damage bonus, and it should be an additional 1d8 plus an additional 1d6. So if you want to roll a d8 and a d6, oh man, if you can get 6 more.
On the 8.
Oh no.
So
Yep. So 17.
Nice. Oh, he's gonna splatter. There's a little blood. All right, Boots. Can Boots or Fergus finish this guy off?
We hope.
Or does
Boots
anyone
would
go
be-
up to try and help William and McAnder?
There's a thought. I mean,
But
Boots definitely.
this guy is prone. I mean,
The best time to kick a man is when he's on the ground.
right.
Closest to your
Absolutely.
feet, it's
Take
perfect.
advantage
It's
of it.
only a pity he's awake. It'd be better if he was asleep.
Boots got to give
Yeah.
him the boot to the head.
Oh, it was almost a 5.
Oh man.
Oh yes.
Okay, roll damage. It should add. Yep. Oh, no. Okay.
And that was find the weak spot. That's why he didn't have the
So,
boom.
deal
He just
damage.
goes for that like soft spot between his like the gorget like on his neck.
So if there's no armor, how do you take out this this guy?
It works perfectly. Boots is shocked when this guy falls through the ceiling right in front of him.
It's like man
He
up
kind
in
of
heaven.
yowls, way more in fear. Yeah, he kind of just swings at his neck, and it just gets that perfect kink at his armor and takes him out.
Nice. You've got a little movement left if you want to take it. It's not enough to climb up the rope, but you could, if you want to position yourself near the rope, you could. It'll take an action to pull yourself up.
Yeah, positioning is important, of course.
William.
Can I switch with William? Can I switch with
Yeah, let's let Fergus go ahead of William. So
you?
Fergus.
Is that okay, William? I just make sure.
Oh, certainly, yes.
I don't think it'll affect anything William was going to do, regardless.
So is it all of my movement just to get up on the deck, or do I
No,
have
so
movement left to move?
it'll take your action to actually climb up, and then you'll still have movement, but you wouldn't be able to then attack. But you could get up and move if you want to.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
So I'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Yeah, I'll move this way. 6. You said I have movement of 6, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm charging after these guys.
Actually, you have 7, so you can go one more square.
Okay. So I will. I'll go this way. Yeah, I'll go this way. That way, if he wants to use his harpoon, he can have a clear shot.
Perfect. Mr. William.
Right. William will stride up and ready his harpoon. He is still pretty angry after getting chewed on by that shark. Oh, I forgot the boon.
Yep. Add the boon, so re-roll.
Ah,
There we go.
succeeds.
There we go.
I'll just push the roll and give myself back the.
Yeah, then
condition.
just take the condition back. And then roll the damage. Ooh, nice. Let me assign that. big splatter there. And we go to the next round. William, you're up first. You don't have your harpoon. You just threw it, but you do have a short spear.
I will switch
You
with
might have-
Fergus.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you mind if I jump in?
There we go. Yeah, let's switch with Fergus. So Fergus, you are up.
Yeah, I'll definitely come in here in between, and I will attack this guy that's already weakened. Ah, taste my blade.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Free attack against another enemy. You might be able
Yeah.
to take them both out.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so then target the other guy and attack him, and I think that's going to do it. Yeah.
Target. There we go. And then, can I actually do non-lethal
Sure.
if I call it out?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Roll damage. Ooh, let's see. Not quite.
No. Okay.
It's his turn. He is going to make an evade roll. No. So he's going to jump over the side. But he fails his evade roll, so Fergus, if you want, you can get a free attack on him.
Oh yeah, I definitely will do that. All right. So again, non-lethal. I'm
Yep.
trying to capture him. Oh, I'm gonna push it. Hold on. Come on.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
All right. So roll damage. Again, non-lethal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
You
knocking his
crack
ass out.
him over the skull. He drops. He falls into the water and he floats out there in the water as you just smash him as he's trying to leap over the side. He is unconscious, but he's face down. He could drown. So
I'm jumping in.
'Kay.
And
and you still have
I'm gonna
movement.
jump in
So
the-
yep, you can jump right in.
yeah,
Perfect.
I'm jumping in the water. I'm gonna grab him, flip him over so that he can breathe. And where's the longboat? Is it? It's near.
It's
we
very-
came in
yeah.
on this side, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So the longboat's going to be just probably right like over here somewhere. Give me a
I'll use-
swimming roll as you are trying to get him in a
Yeah.
rescue position.
And I'm actually going to use willpower
Perfect.
because I'll use my sea legs.
Excellent.
Skills, swimming.
Oh, oh no!
Oh no.
Now I thought I automatically succeed. Like, is that how that works, or what's the?
With sea legs.
Yeah, sea legs says you can activate this ability, not in action, when performing an action in water, even if only waist deep. You are then safe from all negative effects of being in water for 1 round, including the risk of drowning.
So it doesn't protect you from the demon. What it does protect you from, so you won't drown, or if the water's cold. Those are the other effects. So you won't have any of those effects. You managed to get him into the rescue position, but because of the demon, the thrashing and the blood has attracted another shark.
Oh, great.
So let me throw a shark over here. Let me add this shark into the initiative. And let me just draw cards for him. And McCander, you're up.
Okay, where am I in relation to the longboat?
So the longboat, so over here, if you can see it on the boat, it looks like there's maybe a little ladder hanging down. The longboat would be over there. So you can double move. You can move 8 squares. 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
2, 3, 4. You could get to right here. And then like on your next turn, you could get down into the longboat.
Roger that.
Perfect. The tiger shark. I'll do the random tiger shark attack. We'll see what it gets.
Wait, actually,
Yeah, you want to change that?
Was it Cutter that jumped in the water? Who?
No, so Fergus jumped in the water.
Fergus.
Fergus, yeah.
Okay, but they were still. This is still considered the same round, correct?
Yeah,
But
yes.
they've already acted.
Yep,
Okay.
they have.
Nope, I'll do the same thing. I was just gonna be like, oh well, I can swap, but
Yeah, no, they've already
they've already
acted.
acted.
Slash attack. The shark lunges at an opponent, knocks them down, and tears at them with sharp teeth. The attack inflicts 2d8 slashing plus d6, since the victim is then prone. So, 1 is Fergus, 2 is the cultist.
I'm using the cultist as a shield.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's the cultist. So, all right. Well, he's at 0 hit points. So here's what happens: you position the cultist in front of you, and the shark. You see this mouth and teeth, and the lower legs and part of the right arm of this cultist go into that shark's mouth, and there's a quick thrashing, rending tear, and you feel the pop as the bones disarticulate, as the flesh is just denuded straight off the bone, and the shark thrashes away with a great splash of its tail, and you see that this cultist is now missing most of his legs and one of his arms and just bleeding profusely. And he is kind of coming to his senses, but you know he's going to bleed out in short order. Cutter, your turn.
Yeah, so I'm still on the lower deck here.
Yep.
Can we? I know there was some damage on this side of the ship. If hearing the splash, he was able to like run to the hole, would he be able to see the shark or
Yes.
Fergus in the water?
Yep. You can easily see Fergus in the water, and you see the shark just as it is swimming away from Fergus. You have a shot if you want to take it through that hole.
Actually, I think he's. Yeah. I think what he's going to do, he's got some rope. He'll throw it down to try to give a boon to Fargus if Fargus is going to climb out.
Nice.
Rather than try to go after this thing with a sling.
Perfect. So you throw the rope down.
Yeah.
Boots the brave in quotation marks. Your turn.
Yes. He doesn't know about any of the shark stuff. He's still on his way up to the top.
Right.
Just bravely, like, you know, he's shouting about how heroic he just, you know, single-handedly defeated this big guy. Sorry, Cutter.
He's like his eyes. You can just see his eyes sort of coming up slowly from the top or the bottom. And he's just kind of looking around to see what's going on.
You just see bodies on the deck, and you see Cutter leaning over the rail, McCander up near the bow looking down at the longship, and you hear splashing.
Cutter's down below, right? Still, he basically went to the hole.
Cutter's down below. You see William up on the middle of the deck, and he's looking a little worse for wear, but he looks as though he's got his sea legs under him, and he's ready to go into battle if need be.
Well, I thought that was... Oh, go on.
No, I was just gonna ask a question. When it comes to maces, are they considered hammers in terms
Yes,
of
it'll
weapon
use
skill?
your hammer skill.
Okay.
Right. So I guess Boots wants to see what they're all looking at over here.
Yeah, and you can see the shark from up here. There's enough moonlight. You can see the fin, as it's in very shallow water. It's 4 feet of water, so you can see it.
All right. Seeing it, he'll try to... I think he's shooting it, but he's like flinching. He's like, you know, oh my goodness.
I just don't want to make it angry. Oh, hey. Look at that.
Yeah, he would definitely bravely fight these things to the last.
Ooh. Nice. All right. William.
I will come over and let's see. Actually, I'm not sure that I could make it to the longboat in time, but
You've got 6
I will
squares
cast
of
a
movement.
line off. Yes, I will cast a line off to Fergus to haul him up to the.
So Cutter has
the
already
top.
cast a line down.
Well, in that case, I'll get ready to heave.
Perfect. So you help Cutter. That'll give an additional boon for Fergus to get pulled up. Assuming Fergus survives, The tiger shark goes next. Oh dear. Razor sharp bite. The shark bites a player character with its razor sharp teeth, inflicting 3d8 slashing damage. Now the cultist is not down yet, so this will take him out for sure if this hits him. 1d2, 1 is Fergus, 2 is the cultist. Oh, cultist. Yeah, this time it comes up and it takes half of his thorax away. You hear the crushing of ribs, and as it pulls away, you see the lungs still partially inflated, floating like flotsam on the water as they are ripped out of his chest cavity. And as the shark turns away, it trails a length of entrails, and it spills out of his guts like line coming off a fishing reel as the shark turns, having just consumed this cultist. Let's go to round 3. Cutter, do you want to trade with Fergus?
Yes, I wasn't sure if I was muted or not. Yeah, I will definitely. I'll yell, "Come on, while you still can!"
Yeah,
Fergus.
I'll definitely see the rope. And is this acrobatics or?
I'll let you choose. You could make a choice. Do you use your brute strength, or are you being agile and kind of pushing off from the slick side of the ship?
Oh, yeah, I'll use the strength. And this is this is a boon,
you
right?
get 2 boons. One for
Two.
you've got the rope, and then you've got William that's helping to steady the rope.
Okay.
Because you are heavier than Cutter, so this will. Oh, wow! Take the dragon. Nice. You manage to pull him up. You're like, get your feet out of the water, and he starts scrambling up the side of the ship. And as you're pulling the rope, it's heavier than you would expect. But Cutter and William, you manage to get Fergus back up to the railing and pull him over to the side.
Thank you, lad. Thank you, Captain. I was hoping to ask the man some questions, but it turned out the shark was a more impressive interrogator.
Well, here, take some of this. It'll steady your nerves there. And William will trade off his bottle.
And
I'll take a swig.
You smell this, and this is the foulest bilge you've ever smelled. It's like, you wonder if maybe William, this isn't like his chamber pot, but it burns going down, and it's, he gets drunk off kerosene, so this can't be much worse than that. So, as
I see, Captain, you've been drinking Coors all this time.
The banquet beer. Hi. Cutter, you're up next. Still have a shark out there, or we can get on the longboat and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'll take a swing.
There is a chance the shark will harry you in the longboat as well.
Yeah, we don't want that. So ranged attack here. It says long range, but what's the distance here?
So.
Oh yeah. So at the distance. Yeah, I don't know if I'll take the bane, I guess. And roll. Oh, there was one, but no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I still get it though.
You got it.
I'm still really good with sling.
Nice.
Yep.
Let me throw that on here. And there is now more blood in the water. You can move if you like, and then William, it's your turn.
Stay here to watch the action.
Well, if I can tie a rope to my harpoon so that I can then tie it on to something on the ship, a post or something that'll hold it.
I was wondering if you were just going to throw it, because I was going to tell you, if you roll a dragon, it's gone. If you roll a demon, it's gone. If you miss, there's a chance you can't find it. So this will work.
All right, and then I will work up my anger once again, my ill temper. And
Actually, give me a seamanship roll first to get that rope tied on. I'm sure there's an eyelet on the back of your harpoon, but if you're going to throw it the same round you're going to tie a knot, it's got to be a quick knot, which you would be skilled with this.
Well, it's a bit disheartening, but I can get it. Yep, you know how to tie a sheep shank.
Perfect. You can pass basic seamanship.
Aye.
Now make that attack roll. Can you throw it that far?
Oh, I'm sure I can. I'd get a Bane for long range, but I'm angry, so. Well, I'm also a bit, let's say,
Yeah, which one do you want to take? They're all bad.
I'm a little sickly. I've been drinking a lot of that grog. Still a little short.
Oh, almost. But you didn't lose your harpoon. You've got a little bit of movement left, and then Boots, it's your turn.
Lovely. No. I will push this.
He's got 5 hit points left. If you can hit it, you'll most likely take him out.
And that's a pretty easy condition, because he is terrified of
Nice.
sharks.
Roll damage. Come on, 5 points. Oh, we got 6.
Oh!
Nice.
Perfect.
How do you take out the shark?
He gets it right in that doll's eye.
Nice. You're making a name for yourself out here. You know,
Very consistent
Aye, it
with
was
the
a
eye
fine
show.
shot.
Oh, thank you, Captain.
Enough to
following
bring a
your lead.
tear to a captain's eye.
Now, McCander, it would be your turn. You're over there by the longboat. What do you do next? The threat is over for now. There's probably more sharks, but you're there. You see the longboat. The cultists that came aboard did not damage your vessel, which is good.
So I look, see that they've already gotten, they got rid of the shark, and we've gotten, sorry, who was it again? Back on board.
Fergus.
Fergus back on board. And I will call over to them, get the longboat ready, and I'm gonna go back down and go retrieve that mace.
Oh yeah, that heavy hammer that he had.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. Let me.
Oh, I climbed in through that opening. I can bring it up to you. It's fine.
No, okay.
Let's
That works
see.
too.
Heavy warhammer. Let me grab that. He also has an open
no.
helmet and chainmail. If you wanted to strip him of all of his belongings.
I will bring it all up.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll help strip the body. Is there anything else? And just carry it with Fergus.
Perfect. Let me grab this on here, and I'll put this.
And what was it? A warhammer or no, a mace?
It's it was a heavy warhammer.
Yeah,
These
that thing
things
is scary.
They do a ton of damage. I mean, it did 20 and totally wrecked that shield. So there's a heavy warhammer. There is a chainmail.
Do they have to do more than half your total health to kill you in one hit? What's the rule of that
It's
again?
your negative value of your total health.
Right.
So
So,
if you had-
I've got 10.
So
So if I took 21, that would have been... Or would 20 been done?
20 would have killed you.
Yeah, so that would have killed me outright. That one hit, yeah.
And let me grab the open helm.
And now that the cultists have been dealt with, if I survey the horizon, do we see the ship they came on?
You do.
I imagine
In fact, you see
has
that
the
there were 2 other cultists on that ship, and you can see them raising their fists and shaking it at you as they head north, out to the open sea.
I'll give them a sailor's salute in response.
2 fingers or
Course,
one?
Well, William uses 2.
Nice.
2 feathers.
2 feathers. Give me a spot hidden roll, McCander, as you're down there looking through stuff.
Well, sorry, someone came up and brought everything up.
Oh, was that Cutter?
I'll do a spot hidden. Yeah,
Okay,
I got a
perfect.
pretty good one.
You can do it too. Since I'm down there.
Got it. Boy, both of you
If
failed.
you got it. Oh, we both failed?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll push it then.
I'll push
I'm
two.
a little
There we go.
scared. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
That's fine.
There's no secret path. Sorry. So it's random tables. There is a trap. I need a sleight of hand roll with a boon, and then you'll find some treasure
I've got a pretty good sleight of hand with a boon. You say?
with a boon. Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
There
we
easily
go.
done. You find a chalice, a heavy crossbow, and a broadsword.
Ah,
What treasure?
yeah, we'll add that to the party's loot and bring it up.
Did you go and search the... Originally, you were going to go search the rooms, the crew quarters. Do you want to do
We
that
didn't
now?
get a chance. Yeah, if we've got a chance, I'd say we would do that.
Let me...
Yeah.
As you do that, there's no crew in here, but you do manage to find a few choice items. Let me grab these. You find a potion, and it is labeled. In fact, there's 2 of these. Potion of water breathing.
Oh man, that would have been helpful in that well.
Right? So that's actually the solution to if you come at high tide. You have to find the potion to go down and get the lantern. You also find... Where's my notes? You find 60, 12... Whoops. Need to roll that. /R, 60, 12... You find this many copper pieces. 33.
32.
And you find... you find the first mate's quarters. And this room is... there's a footlocker in here. The footlocker has 50 silver pieces. And it also contains a book. And moisture has smeared the ink and soaked the pages, so that most of it is illegible and it is falling apart. However, the title page still clearly identifies it as the journal of one Cassius Bell, first mate of the Old Gnome's Argosy. And
Cassius Bell.
Cassius Bell.
Okay.
And let me read what this says. In fact, let me cut and paste this so you guys have this in here. First mate's quarters. Paste that right there. It says, "The captain took me into his confidence today and told me that we carry a rare and wondrous item hidden in a secret compartment in the hold. I wish he had told me earlier, but I understand why he kept it secret, that we carry such a thing, lest the storm deity take umbrage with us for doing so. For certain, I will say nothing to our crew, for they fear the power of the storm as much as any sailor. The captain says that Vestro, our client's cargo agent in Saltholm, is the only other soul who knows that we carry this artifact. Although I must say that I did not like the looks of that," and the next page is smeared and hopelessly illegible. You've not heard the name Vestro before.
I believe this Vestro may have sold out the crew.
Well, Valeria was the client's cargo agent, right?
Yes,
Or
Valeria
was
Flan
the
was
client?
she's
client.
the merchant, and then she has a contact in Saltholm that she does
Named
trade with.
Vestro.
It's likely Vestro is the cargo agent in Saltholm, so that's probably who she was having ship the lantern back.
Yeah. But he probably sold out.
Well, it sounds like he may have given them a bad route, and for what reason you don't know.
Mhm.
All right.
Do you, now that you have the chest with the lantern, do you try to open the lock? Or are you content to return it to Valeria intact in the chest? What kind of sailors are you? Are you pirates and privateers, or are you honorable merchants and traders on the sea?
I am whatever my
Hello.
captain wants me to be.
Good answer.
William
We're only
is
following orders.
Hey, William's highly superstitious, and he knows that there's curses placed on some treasure, and so he wants to keep his distance from that. It looks like it may be cursed.
A wise choice, Captain.
We ought to get it back to the client.
You board the longboat and head back to the William.
Yep. A job well done, boys.
As you are on the longboat, you and rowing back, it's now nearly dawn, and off on the beach nearest to this shipwreck, you can see a lone figure running towards the sand. It looks to be a lizard person, and they're carrying a sack. It looks as though perhaps they were late to the raiding party, and they're only now arriving. And they see you leaving, and they turn and quickly bolt back into the woods. So it is known that you have been here, but you have taken what you came to recover. As you sail back, the journey is somewhat somber, wondering what could be in that box. What is that lantern? What does all of this mean? Let's go back here. Let's see. There we go. The 3 days later, you meet up with Valeria Flan. She takes a key from a desk drawer and opens the lock that keeps the chain around the box in place. And William, you see that the VF begins to glow for a moment and then fade, and you know that it was indeed cursed, that had you tried to open that, something terrible may have happened. Now, metagaming, that was a glyph of warding, but William can't read, so he wouldn't know what that was. And so that's why I got all excited, thinking, oh, he's going to open that, and not realize that, oh, geez, that's a glyph. And so thankfully he didn't open it, because it would have just, like, lightning everywhere. So anyway, she takes out a brass lantern that looks unremarkable, except that it is so clean and shiny that it appears brand new. She takes an unlit candle from her desk and places it inside the lantern. She taps on the glass and it lights up and shines more brightly than you would expect from an ordinary candle. You get the odd but unmistakable feeling that the air around you has become perfectly still. Then she taps the lantern again and the flame goes out. Flan signals to her assistant, who fetches 2 sacks with 500 gold pieces each from another room and sets them in front of you. "You've done exactly as I asked," she says. "Thank you." Do you tell her about anything you found or what went down?
Well, so I'm curious, do we get the 1,000 gold and we gave everything else to her? Or we get to keep that stuff, she said, right?
So you...
That we find as well?
Yeah.
Except for the lantern.
Yep, she wants the lantern. You can keep everything else that you found. That's
Okay.
really all she seemed to be concerned about. She might hem and haw you for that silk. If someone wants to make a bartering roll, maybe you can get her to throw in that roll of silk that was worth 500 gold. Is anyone
I can.
halfway
I've got a
to
decent.
that?
I've got a decent charisma.
Whoever has a good one, go for it.
I'll give it a try. It's not great, but it's decent. No.
Oh, no. She says, "I'm afraid that is too valuable for me to let go." Do you sweeten the deal and push the roll?
Yeah, he orders another round of drinks and gets a little sickly as he tries to.
Oh, nice.
sweeten her up.
She finally lets out a little laugh. She says, "Oh, you're just so cute." And she reaches out and pinches your cheeks, and you don't know whether to be offended or pleased that she has just agreed to throw in the silk. She says, "I can either let you have the silk or I can give you the value. What would you prefer?"
Yeah, I think I'm not a seamstress. I'll take the gold. I can spend it.
Perfect. She gets another pouch with, or a large sack with 500 gold and has it set down. She says, "Tell me, what did you find? Do you know why they ran aground or what may have happened?"
I look to the others to see if they want to talk about it. I'll follow the group's lead.
I think Cutter, having drunk some, starts to run his mouth, and maybe someone might need to punch him in the back of the head, but he starts to blabber the whole tale.
Milady, you have You have graced us with and followed through on the contract. We have some additional information that might be of interest to you.
Oh, do tell.
We have suspicion of someone that may have betrayed your confidence.
Who? Who would do such a thing?
Aye, but we have made previous contracts. What say you to appropriate payment for this information?
I will pay for information if it provides me with a means to an end. If it is useful, I can pay you for this. 50 gold if this helps me know what happened. 100 gold if it helps me know who caused it. Fergus, give me an awareness roll.
Oh, I probably wouldn't have Bane by now, right? Because
Right,
we would have
yeah,
recovered
everything
that.
would have recovered.
Okay. Succeeded anyway.
Yeah, you see there's
wasn't
a
it a
few people
dragon?
see you approach, and in fact, let's see if was the dragon the first of the 20s? No, dragon was the second one. So,
Okay.
you do see when you walk in and they see you talking to Valeria Flant, you see that someone does leave, and it looks to be kind of a young 20-ish, maybe 22, 23-year-old male, wearing kind of simple clothes, maybe a farmer, maybe a fisherman, but he sees you talking and he sets down his drink half finished and leaves and walks out.
Can I follow him?
Sure. As you head out to follow, let me go back to the conversation. Will 50 gold be enough to loosen your tongue?
Cutter blurts out, I think it was Vestro, and he pulls out the map and it's like, look at this.
Indeed.
Oh,
Show the journal, right?
and she's got these 50 gold coins in her hand. She just lowers her hand below the table. Vestral Sylvanus has been my cargo agent in Saltholm for years. I trust him. I first learned of the Lantern of Calm Waters during my last trip to Saltholm. I made arrangements to acquire it, but I couldn't take possession of it before my departure. I would have called off the deal if I didn't think I could trust him to arrange for its transportation in my absence. I don't know what to make of this alternate route to Flaxhold that he proposed. It certainly looks like it's going out of the way on the home leg. I haven't heard anything of pirates or anything else in the area that might be causing them to divert.
What was it was Storm something?
Stormbringer, that Tempest guy, he's real creepy.
Oh,
We were accosted by a Stormbringer
well,
who knew the location and specifically what item was being transported.
well, I suppose I'm not surprised that the storm deity should want this thing removed from circulation. I lied to you when I said this was of purely sentimental value. This is an artifact that calms angry water and counteracts the power of storms. Obviously, a useful thing to anyone who relies upon ocean-going trade for a living. In fact, I could probably do better by renting it out to larger merchant houses than I could by using it to protect my own cargoes. But any magic that calms storms can seem like a potential threat to the influence of the storm deity. And if there are followers of the storm deity who want the Lantern of Calm Waters, that's a thing worth investigating. There are probably cultists who take the existence of safe trade on the high seas as an affront to their deity. Vestro would probably be the best place to start. Maybe ask him if anyone else might have known about the lantern and where it was going. See what he can tell you about the storm deity's followers in the Saltholm area. She picks up the Lantern of Calm Waters and gazes at it. If you handle the investigation, I think I can drum up some reward money for you from the local merchant community. I'd go myself, but I expect to have some important meetings in the coming days. And this is where the adventure ends. You have a hook now for part 2, which is to investigate Vestral Sylvanus in Saltholm. Find out what he knows about what happened. And so I will run that at some point. All of you are more than welcome to play in that. If some of you don't, we'll recruit some alternate players or whatnot. But my hope is that we do kind of a continuing story made up of one-shots that kind of go together.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this concept.
It's fantastic.
Another
very
DM is doing the same thing, and it's been really fun so far. And when you kind of mentioned it in your thread, I was like, oh, I want to come back and do that. That sounds good.
I've got another. It's a campaign, and we do it once a month, and it's like a straight dungeon crawl. And it's like to do a dungeon crawl weekly, that gets old. But to do once a month, like you get excited for it. And I think it's kind of the same thing. So if someone comes into part 2, they'll hear the backstory leading into the adventure about what went down with the old gnome Argosy. There is also the matter of the old gnome Argosy's captain and first mate. What happened with them?
Yes.
They were never found. And
yeah, I kind of assumed that was the second thing, but maybe it's not. Maybe
she may send you out to go and see if you can't find my captain. And so
you don't have to do anything here.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't have to do anything here for this one, but I followed that guy out. So if you want to work that into the story somehow,
I will work that into part 2. Absolutely.
Cool.
So let's go ahead and do some improvements. So, Makander, the way this will work, if you open your character sheet, if you go to your skills, you're going to see that whatever you've rolled dragons or demons on will already have the little up arrow, and you haven't rolled any, so that's actually pretty good. If you had, you would already have those marked. But then in Dragonbane there's a questionnaire, and I do a house rule for it, but I'll read you the questionnaire just because it's your first time. And so what you do to gain experience, and I can never find this page. There it is. So the questions are: Did you participate in the session? So that's yes, that's one. Yep. Did you explore a new location? You sure did. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? You did. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force? What do you think?
I don't know. Like, he lost his balance.
So that's what I'm thinking is like rather than just
on his own attack.
Yeah, so I think you managed to parry him into a hole, which was fantastic. There was force with that. I think there was enough because you've also got like using the tides to be able to rather than needing to rely on the potions to get to the lantern.
I was also the one that I succeeded in lifting the anchor up. I also succeeded in rowing the boat.
Yeah, so great successes all around. So, and then the last question is, did you give in to your weakness? And every character, if you go to background, will have a weakness. Like for Makander, it's foolhardy. You go first into danger, which, hell yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so you would get a point for that as well. So really...
I never even read that.
That's just how
that's how I was just like, well, that's how I played.
So, typically you get between 4 and 5 experience points per session. The solo rules for Dragonbane, you just take 5, and I like that better. So everybody gets 5. So what you'll do is on your skills, there's the little white box next to the number, and if you click on that, it will mark it for advancement. It'll go gray with a little up arrow. So you can click on 5 different skills, and then we're going to try to improve those rolls. And everyone else, you can go ahead and add 5 skills in addition to what you already have from dragons and demons. And then the way that you improve these is you're going to, once you've got all 5 on here, Makander, you're going to then click on the up arrow, and it will roll a die. And you want to fail on this roll. If you fail, then it will increase your skill by 1. And the maximum you can get is 18. When you hit 18, you get a new heroic ability, and I mean you're succeeding 90% of the time with an 18. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and choose one more. Perfect. And now let's do like your crafting first. And with crafting, you can repair your shield. So go ahead and click on the little gray up arrow, and it will make a roll. And you want to roll 8 or higher. There you go. So now it went up to 8. So then go ahead and do performance. Oh, just missed it. How about persuasion? Oh, that's not when you want a dragon. Hammers, 15 or higher.
My first dragon, and it betrayed me.
I know, right? And how about spears?
Oh,
hey,
nice.
Sweet, spears goes up. So, and then that's how you level up, and then you just get better at the things that you succeed at, or the things that you use in game. Let's go to William. If you are ready, you can do your improvements.
So this one is more of a slow growth.
Yes, very slow, and you're very squishy. Like William almost died like twice, and McAnder was pretty low, and it's still a little hard to die because you got death saving throws, but over like the 6 or 8 months that we've been playing online, we've lost a lot of characters. So you go through characters. In fact, in the dungeon crawl campaign, I insist everyone have a backup. And the first session, I think we killed 2 characters.
Oof.
So William's awareness and brawling went up. How about Cutter?
Yeah. So Cutter got a dragon on awareness. Let's see if he can
Sweet.
get a little better at that.
Nope.
He did get into some bartering, so I figured I'd roll for that. Not quite
Oh,
though. He
shoot.
was too drunk. He did some sneaking.
Oh,
Yeah, but not
you're
enough
rolling
to get
really
better.
well right now. There we go.
There we go. Get a little better at spotting stuff. Figure we may need to swim more. No. And then knives. Oh, we do. Not quite. That one's a high one already, though.
Nice. Yeah, this will kind of be a mariner, sort of campaign. You don't have to be a mariner, but it's going to be based on ships and sailing and exploring places and things like that. So swimming, seamanship, these will all be good things to raise up. How about boots? Let's see what you got.
Yeah, he rolled a lot of dragons and demons today. Hope for some demons now. Oh yes.
Nice.
That's the big one.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. I mean, that one wasn't hard. That was a 7 before, but
nice.
or an 8. 6, Jesus.
Use that on your swords.
Yeah, that would have been nice, but well, I was going to say he only used his sword once, but he used it to great effect.
Oh,
there it is.
2 dragons on your improvements. 3
Oh, my
dragons
goodness.
on your improvements.
Wow.
Come on, give me this
So
one.
lucky.
There we go. Okay.
Nice. Man. Eesh.
Quit while you're ahead.
All right. Last but not least, Fergus.
All right.
Oh, sweet.
Acrobatics, crafting, and healing.
Yeah, that's one thing that we could use is a healer, like an animist that could cast heal wounds.
Sneaking.
It's hard to imagine a wizard at sea.
I know, right?
Spear. And swords. Oh, I got all of them.
Nice.
Jesus. That's the first time I've ever seen had that happen.
Wow, well done. Oh,
What do you guys want to do with all the
yeah, let's
stuff?
divide up the loot.
Yeah. So, we have a total of 1,600 gold.
What's that? 5 ways.
320.
Perfect.
Okay, so everyone add 320 gold to your sheet. We have 50 silver.
10.
Okay. And we have 33 copper.
Let's round that up to 35 and do, what's that, 7?
7.
7.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Okay.
then I think we have 2 of the potions of water breathing.
Correct.
And I think we used all the healing potions.
We did. Yeah.
Okay. And then we got the heavy warhammer. There was also the chainmail and the open helm, if anyone wanted that.
Yeah, does anyone need a helmet?
McAnder would be good with a helm.
Yeah.
yeah, that
Oh,
was
he
just
doesn't have
heavy
one?
armor.
Yeah, you should definitely have one.
Yeah, definitely. There was a heavy crossbow, and
Oh, yes,
Boot's gonna grab that.
Heavy
probably.
crossbow and a broadsword as well, I think.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that too.
And a chalice.
Yes, which is worth money. Let me see how much the chalice was worth, and we can split that up. Unless it's the drinking chalice aboard the ship now. Let's see.
So how does helmets work? Is that just additional armor?
Yeah, it's additional armor, and then it will also grant you a bane on like awareness rolls, depending on the
Yeah.
type of helmet.
Yeah.
So 2
Okay.
The open one is just a Bane on awareness. The other helmet is a Bane on awareness and ranged
ranged
attacks.
attacks. Yeah.
So then, if he were injured again, he would take out 7, right?
Right.
Or-
Yep. It would subtract 7. So 25 gold is the cost of the chalice. So an additional 5 gold each. And
Cutter's
then,
encumbered with gold now.
Who's
So-
got the chainmail then?
did anyone take it?
How much money was that?
An additional 5 gold each.
So everyone should have 325 gold added to your sheet, 10 silver, and 7 copper. And then
Okay.
here's what we have left over still, right? We've got
So here's the.
the captain's rug, which I'm assuming William's taking, right? For the
I
ship.
would assume that's his booty there.
Yep.
then
We
we've
have
got
the map we
two-
gave away, right? We don't have the map anymore.
Yeah, she would have wanted the map.
Okay. We have chainmail. Who wants the chainmail?
I put that back in the chat if someone wants to just drag and drop it onto their character sheet.
Not
I
the
forget
thief.
what's the negatives for chainmail. Is it
Evade and sneaking, armor rating of 4.
Yep.
if no one else wants it, I'll take the chainmail.
Good by me.
I think it'd be good with Fergus.
I'm gonna take that. Inventory. Okay. And then let me go back to my notes. Alright. So the open helm, you took that, right, McAnder?
Correct.
Okay. And then we've got heavy warhammer.
Which McAnder took.
McAnder's got that. The chalice is the one we traded in for the gold, right? Heavy crossbow.
I think, did Boots take the heavy crossbow?
He was gonna if nobody objected.
Sure. Take
You're
it.
good at crossbows. I think that would be good.
Yeah, and he upgraded it too. That does
Yeah.
leave his light crossbow if anybody wants that.
Actually, I was trying to improve my skill. I'm not great at it, but I figured for a range attack it would be handy. So yeah, I'll take the light crossbow.
Perfect.
Okay. So let me move that to my inventory.
And then, McAnder, one thing I do is I save these characters. So if you play again, even if it's not in like this series of adventures, if we play another one-shot completely different and you want to play the same McAnder, I will save him with all his upgrades. And so you can continually upgrade him. Or if you want to make your own character, you're more than welcome. Just get me the information ahead of time and we'll enter it in. It's super easy to make Dragonbane characters. It's like a 10-minute thing. And
Yeah.
it's pretty fun.
I would
There's
be
a-
interested in making a character, but it would definitely be one of those things that if I did it with you, I would want you to walk me through.
Yeah,
the
and we
process.
could just meet up and just kind of do it online. I just did that with some people for some other campaigns with other characters, and it's especially with Foundry, you just drag and drop stuff, so it's super fast and super easy. So we could do that if we do it again, and you want to make one. Just we'll pick out 20-30 minutes and go through character creation.
We have a broadsword.
Oh yeah. Did anybody take the broadsword?
Boots already had one.
Yeah, we could sell it if no one wants it.
Yeah, I have a scimitar. I think I'm okay with that.
I just want to double check on it.
I'll put the broadsword into chat.
Because I remember reading it, I think it was a one-handed.
Yep.
2d6,
One-handed 2d6.
And the short sword, which is one-handed, is 1d10.
So you're doing between 2 and 12 or 1 and 10.
Yeah.
The
I'd probably
durability
go-
of a broadsword is 15, so for parrying, what's durability of a short sword?
12.
12.
So in general, the broadsword is a better
Yeah.
equipment. So
In fact, if you want to try to repair your shield, it's a crafting roll. If you succeed, you can get your shield repaired.
sure.
Otherwise, would it just be paying someone for that?
Yeah, yep, you would
Whatever
just
that
pay someone to
process-
do it.
Nope.
Nope, so you're going to have to pay for it. You can...
I'm gonna take angry.
Pound it a little harder.
And you get angrier.
Yeah, it's got all sorts of pounding marks on there. So if you were to just buy a small shield, it's 4 gold. So you could repair yours for 1 gold.
Okay. No.
Last thing left was the 2 potions of water breathing.
Cutter will take one of those.
And spoiler, those could come in very handy in future adventures.
I'm sure they can.
Yeah,
Wants
I would
it
say, Brandon, if Cutter can't make the next adventure, he would pass that off to a friend. But
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
hoping to make it for the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know when it will be. I'll post it in this thread on the Discord first for all of you that were in this game, and you'll have first shot at it. And then if someone can't make it, then I'll make it public.
Cool.
Okay.
So that way we all get a chance.
Cutter is overburdened or heavy laden with gold here. What does it look like
there's-
to buy and go shopping?
Yeah, there's backpacks and stuff like that allow you to carry a little bit more. You may want to use some of your gold to like purchase something.
We can also.
I have a backpack from a
if-
previous adventure.
We can set up a like a party loot. Just keep track of all the money, and that way it's not overcrowding your character. I'm not a huge stickler for the encumbrance. Some people want to play it. Basically, what it means is you have to make a strength roll anytime you're trying to move. If you're overburdened, if it's over by a little bit, I'm not too worried. And you're honestly like, if you get up to like 6,000 gold, you're probably not carrying that on your person anyway. You'd probably
Right.
stash it somewhere. And if we're out in the open sea, we could keep it on the ship. We could bury it somewhere. Like we would know where it is, but it doesn't necessarily have to be on your person.
Yeah, mostly he's looking to spend it, so I don't know what it would look like to get like some advanced lockpicks or some
Yeah.
other.
So I've got in the journals, it looks like a magazine or a book. I've got the player reference, and I've got all the items and stuff in there. So you can click on like containers, and there's backpacks for 3 gold, and you can drag and drop all these things onto your character sheet, and then just do the math. And I trust you to be honest with it.
Okay, cool.
Cutter took one of the potions. Anyone else want the other potion of water breathing?
Probably not William. He'll never put on a life jacket again, so I don't think he would take it.
I'll take it then, if no one else is going to take it. And then the last thing... who took the broadsword? I actually didn't catch that.
That was
Boots?
McAnder
took
did.
it.
McAnder.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha.
Unless
Okay.
you felt that you needed it, in which case you can take it.
No, I think I'm fine.
'Cause I took the Warhammer, so.
Oh, well, are you going to use both of them?
Well, yeah, I mean, you got backups. It was more to replace the short sword since it was an improvement, but since I already have a short sword, and you may or may not find that more of an improvement, you can take it.
I don't remember the stats on it. My scimitar's a
So-
2d6.
It's 2d6 as well.
Okay, yeah, that's the same. I'm okay with that then. You can have it.
The scimitar is particularly
but they're-
good at toppling.
Yeah, I know, and I didn't really take advantage of that this time around.
The advantage.
I don't know what the
to
rules are about
broadsword. So with the broadsword, it has piercing, so you can find the weak spot and you can bypass someone's armor, which you cannot do with the scimitar. But the scimitar gives you a boon on toppling, which the broadsword does not.
By the way, McAnder, great move with the parry.
That was
I was
fantastic.
thinking exactly the same thing. I just had a very shitty initiative, and when you said you were doing, I was like, yes.
Here we go. Yeah, that was
Well,
awesome.
I wanted to parry the first time to figure out how the
How to
mechanic
do it.
worked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right,
Yeah.
but then I had already used my action, so I couldn't parry. And so the next time it became available for me, I was like, okay, I'll try it.
Yep.
And it was
And then
awesome.
there
It destroyed your shield, but you shoved him down into the hole. So it's so good.
Yeah, and he was prone, and we just easily took him out from there. That was great.
And he did not beware the Ides of March, so
He did not. Awesome. Any questions about the session or about McAnder? Any questions about Dragonbane? How to play? I think you got a pretty good look at it. The only thing you didn't really see was magic, but it's it's the same idea. You're rolling your skill and spending willpower points, and then it's using like a ranged attack. So
I think it's it's pretty interesting. It's not dissimilar from majority of the games,
Right, yeah.
majority of RPGs in that regard. It does have some unique mechanics I haven't run into yet, like how you level up and so
Right.
forth. I think it's really cool in the sense that it's a slow level up, so
Right.
it's good. It's really good for long-term campaigns.
Yeah, so it's similar to like Call of Cthulhu or RuneQuest, where you're just slowly increasing skills, and that's part of the fun. Is just it's like real life. You know, I get better at the things I'm good at, and if I really screw up, I hopefully learn from that. Versus just
Yeah.
the next day, all of a sudden I learned all these new moves, and I have more hit
That's
points and stuff.
that's what I actually really like about this is that in order for you to really take advantage of the upgrade ability, you should roll constantly
Right.
throughout the game. You should be asking the DM
Yeah.
every chance to get any kind of roll you can get.
And a lot of
because
games tell you not to roll often, but this one's different. This one's like, no,
Yeah.
take
And-
chances, take risks.
yeah, so like
Yeah.
you really want to roll. And then the other thing that's really interesting is there's no guarantee that you're going to get the skill upgrade.
Yeah.
You have to roll for it, but you then have to balance like, okay, I've already got a high score. The odds are not good that I'll actually get the upgrade. Maybe I improve something else instead, right? But
Yeah.
you have to kind of always think about those things.
So I think
It's
Henrik,
actually interesting.
he has a wizard, and I think you had like 2 sessions in a row where you improved nothing because everything was so high. And it's frustrating because it's like, man, I got nothing out of that, but all of my skills are 17, so it makes it tough.
Yeah, and I remembered those failures before, so this time around, like I kind of purposely picked things that I thought
always
would be
pick
useful,
1 or 2 just so
but
you
were
feel
low
good.
because I was like, all right, I at least should hopefully get these.
So no one, like in normal games, no one ever takes like seamanship ever, but now everyone's going to try and max out seamanship and swimming and things like that. So it makes it fun just to use those new skills.
To a degree, I'm going to use this in a slightly different context,
Yeah.
but to a degree, it actually inclines itself to min-maxing because you are trying to maximize your strength, but you also are kind of leaning towards the fact that I have to roll a 20 to get something up.
Right.
So,
Right.
Right.
It does, and so it can be frustrating because as you start to get really good, it's tough to get better. You plateau
Yeah.
for
Right.
a bit, but usually you die before too long because your hit points never really go up. You can get a heroic ability called Robust that gives you 2 more hit points, and you can take it multiple times. But it's tough to get heroic abilities. Typically, you'll get those when a skill hits 18, you'll get a free one, or as milestones, like you finish the first part of a campaign, or like the first 3 adventures of a campaign. Hey, take a heroic ability, or things like that. And so that's like the feats, like from 5th edition or something, where you see big improvements. Is now I can evade an attack when it's not my turn and not use my action, or like I can attack twice in a
Or
round.
keep your initiative from one round to the next.
use veteran.
Like I use that all the time in my other character.
Yep.
That was great.
Well, I really did enjoy it. I think it's a really interesting system. So
Yeah, you
thank
did. You
very
did
much.
great. It was fun playing with you. Would love to play with you again. You'll probably get a survey from Start Playing. If you can give me 5 stars, I would love it. If you can't, talk to me. Let me know how I can improve. I'm always looking to get better, and I feel like hopefully we all had a good time. I record all the sessions, so I've been screen capturing this whole thing. I'll post a video if you want to go back and relive the successes and lament the losses. I'll post the link to that in the Discord, and then if you just want to hang around the Discord, I will usually post the new games I'm running there as soon as I post them on Start Playing, and they fill up fast. Like I run a lot of games. I run too many games.
Where do you post them? Do you post them in general?
In general,
Do you post them
typically I'll post them in general. And like and sometimes I'll get an itch, like I want to play like Forbidden Lands, and I'll like, which of these adventures look good, and we'll have a poll, and people will vote on it. And let's go try Forbidden Lands, or what campaign, or what do you want to see next? One shots or campaigns or things like that. So I try and find out what people want to play, because I don't want to run stuff that nobody is interested in. But the Dragonbane stuff, it fills up really fast. I think I'm confident I run more Dragonbane one shots than anybody else on Start Playing. Like everyone wants to do the campaigns, which are fun, but I love one shots. They're great.
So yeah, actually, I'm really happy that you've gone this direction, because I've filled up now on a lot of. I have like other days where I'm just out in campaigns.
Yeah.
And I the one shots I don't really care for, especially with Dragonbane, because of the slow skilling up.
Right.
Like it makes sense to evolve your character,
Yeah,
but you can't really do that with a one shot. And so This is good because now I can come back and play with this character, or if I feel like spinning up a new one, I could do that
Yeah,
too, right?
and if you
And-
miss a session or two, it's like hopefully you don't feel like you're not still part of the story. You know, maybe you got thrown into jail in town drunk, and it's like, well, we'll go get him in 2 days after he sleeps it off. You know.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun. So, any last questions before we sign off? Awesome. Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, if you want to put, you could put them in like events or something for notifications. My big thing is I don't like to have massive amount of notifications. So
Right.
typically when I do these one shots, I leave unless I sign up again
Okay.
to another person with it.
Well, if you want, you can
but
just
I just
put me down
put
as
it
like a
so
favorite
that
GM or something, and just check periodically.
yeah. But I just wanted to again thank you very much. I
Yeah,
appreciate
thank
it.
you. I had a blast. Fun
Nice
playing
playing
with
with
you. And definitely, I'll save Makander, but if you want to roll up another character, I'll be happy to help you out with that.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, you guys. We'll see you next time.
Yep.